Hey Solace, Agent Solo, Matt Rice here. I've got Rone Invasion set up, ready to go here. I might explain a bit of the setup in a moment as well. What I've done like a couple of practice rounds just to make sure I've got my head around a couple of things, and always asked, as I do, BGG for a few frequently asked questions about this game. I think I'm good to film, but we'll see how we go. If I make mistakes as always, which I'm glad to make at least one, please let me know in the comments and time tag it for me. But yeah, look, takes up a little bit of pro table space, especially when you're doing this is the cooperative mode. You can play as competitively. If you just get the base box, you can play 1 or 2 player. And there's like a invasion board up here that we've set up, and I'll talk about that in a moment. There's our player board as well. So I might just zoom in on the player board for a bit and explain that setup, and then followed by the invasion board. And then we'll go through some rounds here and might get a full game and we'll see how we go. So Rone Invasion is kind of like a card and dice game here, where dice are pretty much your resources that you get. You also get nice little screwdrivers where you can screw these things in and out. It's pretty cool. I like that element. I mean, I like dice realms where you can change the faces and stuff too. I just like something different, like something slightly different to the normal game. And it does promise that you can screw the dice before they screw you. That's the motto on this, which I like. Okay, the first couple of steps here, I probably got this slightly out of order, but just explain a couple of things I've got here. I've got a leader, and there was multiple other leader cards I could have chosen. I could have chosen this guy, recycle 3 cards, destroy 2 armor, gain 3 reroll tokens. So these are different leaders I could have picked, but you get to choose your leader. So I chose this guy, get to store 1 resource, which I'll talk about what that is once we get going. You also draw 3 technology cards and choose 1. I chose this one. Again, storing or rolled resources from one of your dice and reroll. So going for a bit of a storing resource heavy sort of build. We'll see how we go. In my deck here, which I'll do a reshuffle, you grab 1 copy of each of the ones with the green to the left. There's a second copy of starting cards, which you leave to the side. I'll just give these a bit of a shuffle up. And it tells you in the rule books which ones they are as well. And you put it on top of the bit where it says deck on your board. Also set up your board, it recommends grabbing a blue screw to set up your armor at 16, so 16 of 18, and your health at 14 of 18, as well with the green marker. Speaking of which, the screws, heaps of different colors. There's like red as well, there's blue, green, you saw red. There's black and yellow colors. They look kind of cool. There's also even the neutral colors, which just look like the gray, which you saw on the dice. You can use them for like random resources. Next thing I did as well, you'll notice there's 4 cards here, so I'll quickly go through one by one here. So I picked up Bamlook. When you train this card, gain 1 armor and 2 health, then destroy this card. And it has like a cost down here. That's how much training it needs before it can come into your hand. So what happens is I drew 3 cards, choose 1, destroy the other 2. It goes back to the box essentially. And then draw another 3, choose 1, draw another 3, choose 1, draw another 3, choose 1. So... and these are like how many screws you need to put, how many resources you need to put up before you can put it into your discard pile, so you can draw it out eventually. Also got this one here. This one's a bit more costly. 7 screws I need. Put the top card of your deck on top of your garbage dump. Gain 2 armor and 1 health. So there's a garbage dump and a discard pile. Garbage dump are basically cards that you couldn't use in your turn, and some nasty effects can happen if you have to shuffle in garbage dump cards. Recycle means you can get them back. Got this one here, Odin. The first time you execute any stored resource action in a turn, this card has been played, gain 1 health. Cost me 5 screws. And there's another one here. Vlex, store 1 resource of your choice and discard the top card of any opponent's deck. 4 screws. There's different symbols here. This means ranged. Range means it bypasses armor when you're attacking, what do they call it? Just called enemies, I think. Deployed cards, invasion cards. This breaks armor, so it only attacks their armor. Well, this guy here, to bring us, he's a bit expensive, but he does 2 melee damage, which is armor first, then health, and range bypasses armor, as we talked about. That's essentially it for my player board. You've also just shuffled up the rest of the cards to the side here. There's also, it says, I'm not sure what you do with them, but it says the other set of starting cards just put to the side. So perhaps you can get them at some point. I don't know. Let's have a look at the invasion deck. The invasion deck's quite a big board. You just grab a screw and set on 0 up here. These yellow screws, depends on the scenario you're doing. I've got the Kickstarter edition or Game Foundation, I can't remember what crowdfunding came from. The retail edition will have 2 scenarios. The Game Found or Kickstarter edition has like the campaign as well, which is like another 16 scenarios or something, which is fantastic. You choose your scenario. You choose what difficulty level. So I'm going to do easy, which means it's just the bottom bit here. This is your setup. So at round 5, round 10, this more invaders thing happens. End of round 16. So basically, in this scenario, you just got to survive to the end of round 16. When this event ends, continue to scenario number 2. So it's kind of half legacy style as well. I think you keep your dice upgrades and your cards in your deck as well for the next scenario. The invasion recruits 1 card into each training zone, and activates 2 protocols. What does that mean? We'll talk about the protocols. First, activate protocols means you grab 2 of these cards, which is out of the greenback deck over here. And these protocols are quite nasty. They do something against the player. And they like exhaust, and they can be refreshed through different means. It says that we put what was the terminology again? Recruit 1 card into the training zone. Yeah, so each of their resource training zones, or all their 5 resource, you draw a card out of the deck. This is basically their deck building mechanism. They can add these nasty cards in. Already in the deck are some that it says in the rulebook what you're meant to put in. It's all the ones with the green only, so they're like their starter cards. And some of them, it's sort of random, so some of them aren't in there, which they just get shuffled back into the supply deck. And put the deck right there. It also has its discard pile and garbage dump, which we'll talk about as we go through. There's also these things called like technology tokens, which we'll talk about when that happens. The other thing I thought to talk about with my player is that you make sure that each die is the same. It starts off with one side with all neutrals, which means no resources. One side with black, green, red, blue, and yellow. So it's like the basic dice, and it's the ones we're going to roll. Alrighty, I think we will get into it. So let's see how we go here. And thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please have a watch of the playthrough and see how we go. The rulebook's got a nice description of how it goes, difference between competitive and cooperative, just in brief, and then players invasion turn. In cooperative mode, invasion goes first, then the player, and then the cleanup phase. So it's a bit funny how that's left and right, but I guess that's the way it sort of sits out here. So we look at any beginning of turn effects. There are none at the moment, unless one of the protocols had it, which it doesn't. Increased the time elapsed. So we go into round 1. Deploy invasion cards. So for each protocol it has, there's 2 of them, and for each player, so me being solo 1, so there should be 3 deployed cards which go on top of this campaign. As I said, I'm playing on easy, so only this symbol will show. If I was playing on medium, then it would be an armor and a melee attack extra, and if it was on hard mode, I'd do all 3. So we draw 3 cards. So it's the first one. And it normally says something when you deploy them. When deployed, the invasion recycles a card. Well, that's a good one to get now because there's nothing it can recycle. Recycle means it puts things back in the deck. So yeah, don't have to worry about that. And the way this works, this will go straight on top. If you can see that corner here. And we keep going. We've got 2 more cards to draw. Temek. When deployed, the invasion stores 1 blue resource. And he adds 2 attack and an armor. And if he's on top, he has a health. I've got to get a blue resource, and it's like it's training up this one here, which needs 5 resources. So the number 5 here means it needs 5 resources before it gets taken into the deck. We draw 1 more card, and it's another Temek. So we deploy another blue. We've got 2 melee and armor and an extra health on top. Alrighty, and get another blue resource. So that means that they're working on trying to get that blue card into their deck. Pretty nasty. So what ends up happening is this is like what we're playing up against here. So if we don't defeat this stack, we're going to be hit for 2, 4, 5, 6 damage, 6 melee damage. So that's 6 off our armor. If we want to defeat these, I need to do either 1 range damage or 2 melee to defeat this, and you move that. Then you've got to keep going as you go through. So I clarified this with the designer as well. I believe that it's just what's visible. I think Rado did a playthrough of this, if you want to check that one out. He's done one in the past when it was on crowdfunding, I think. He did one where you do this, then you discard that, and then you do this attack, discard that. No, that's not how it works. That's super hard mode. It's just all at once. Okay, so we'll put that down here. I might put that near my player board so I can focus more on my player board as we're playing the game. Alrighty, let's go to my turn. So I think that's all we can do. Oh, sorry, actually, no, I've forgotten. So we've deployed, we've trained if anything has enough tokens. So this one needs 5, 7, 7, 5, 5. They're all pretty high level blocks things. So nothing can be trained. So we skip that step. Refresh protocols. Refresh protocols with the invasion has no technology tokens. So technology tokens are actually a bad thing for both the player and invasion. If they have technology tokens, they can't refresh. If I have technology tokens, things cost more as we go into my turn. So they're already in the refresh state anyway. Then they use the protocols, execute the activated abilities of each protocol as in play and in a refresh state, and then exhaust it. So first one off the bat gives me a technology token. Talk about what that means very soon, but essentially means something's going to be very more expensive. So I gain that. Also, this one, which I have to remember, the first card each player plays this round does not execute its effects and is placed into the player's discard pile if it's played. So essentially my first card that I have to pay for does nothing. So they both exhaust, and that's what's going to affect me for this round. Well, that one there, sorry, the signal fence. So here we go. So now it's my turn. That's the end of the turn, so we go into my phase. Great. Just to recap what those protocols did. So the one that gave me the technology, what happens is at the end of my turn, or towards the end of my turn, I get to use spare parts, like things, it's like an extra resource at the end of the turn, which we'll get to very soon. What the technology token does, it makes it harder to put screws in my dice, which is going to be very sucky. So replace the screw in one of your dice with a screw of your choice and gain 1 technology token. So essentially this costs me 2 plus the number of technology tokens. So it's going to cost me 3 instead of 2. To replace the screw on my die. That's kind of sucky. Alrighty, so let's get into the play here. I'm keeping in mind that one of the protocols means I'm going to have to pretty much waste resources on the first card. So beginning of turn, we draw phase. Draw as many cards as you want, which is an interesting factor in this kind of game. Because obviously if you draw too many, you're going to go to the garbage dump. And it's not necessarily bad for some reasons. You do get some resources back, but if you have to shuffle your deck, bad things happen. You start losing health if you shuffle in garbage dump, depending on how many technology cards you have and things like that. So we'll get there. But let's draw up. So draw a card. That's my first one. So I've got Demolisher. Let's draw another one. Okay, so Demolisher, for example, on this card, this means it needs 2 resources. It definitely needs a green resource and a wild resource, or any other resource. But I need 2 resources to play. This one needs 0 resources to play, which is great. Let's draw another. Okay, that's just a wild. Recruit a card and recycle 1 card. Interesting. Do I dare draw 1 more because it's a wild? I think we draw 1 more. Yeah, we'll stop there. That's probably too much now. Okay. I see some of these cards cost a lot more than others. This one cost me a yellow and a red. That's probably the hardest one to get. It does a range damage, perhaps why, and has an ability. Put the top card of any opponent's deck on top of their garbage dump and gain 3 screws. So that's a pretty powerful card. It also gives me 2 spare parts at the end of the turn, which we'll talk about when we get there. All right, so that's my draw phase. So we draw 4. We then have the roll phase. So we roll these. They're kind of, by the way, these dice are a little bit bigger than usual dice. They're a little bit chunky. The screws go in mostly, in most parts. Some of them sit up a little bit, just so you know, but it still rolls fine. I'm sure I can probably screw in better. We can shave it off if you're really worried about it. Okay, yes, I've got 4 resources. Because remember, there is one side that has just all greys, because greys do nothing. Got a mixed bag of resources, though, which is probably a good thing. Then we've got a main phase here. So main phase, you can use a die to collect resources. You can transform 2 dice into one resource. So if I'm down to like a green and a black and I can't afford any card with that, I can convert those 2 to 1 resource, which is always handy. You play a card, you use cards' activated abilities, use stored resources, which you can store. And talks about storing resources in the next phase as well. Alrighty, so abilities here. So I know my first card is not going to do anything whatsoever. It says talks about any effects, so it means also the combat effects. I checked that with the designer. So I'm just trying to think which card. Maybe this one, since it's the cheapest. Well, actually, this one's technically the cheapest, but I want to store a resource. Well, I don't need to recycle yet, and I don't need to recruit yet. So maybe I pay for this one. That'll be my first card. I definitely don't need a black die. So what happens here? Spend this die. Let's just put it on top here. I'm going to play this card. Now, because of signal interference, the first card each player plays this round, remember this could be a 2-player game, does not execute its effects and is placed into the player's discard pile. So it goes straight to my discard pile for paying for that one. For example, other things I could do here, I can gain a store of resource by using my leader card. So these can like exhaust, and you can refresh them during different phases, during different things, like certain cards refresh them, things like that. So I might do that. And then what do I need from it? Because store a resource. When you build up 2 of those resources, it makes it cheaper for a card later on. I do have the yellow and red for this. I do have a green, but I don't have something else for it. So perhaps, it doesn't matter what we do. Perhaps we do a red. It's always good to do range damage, I think. So let's store a red. So I've tapped my leader. Can I store a red? I think this is what we might do. Then we're going to play Water Box. This is free. Store 1 resource of your choice and refresh your leader card. So that goes in my played area, so it doesn't go into the discard yet. So I refresh my leader. Store a resource, which is going to be another red. Okay. Now, I can then destroy these 2 to deal 1 range damage automatically, and then it makes this cheaper, means I don't have to pay a yellow for this one, which would be great. I think that might be the plan here. Yeah, let's do it. So destroy these 2 screws. I get to deal 1 range damage. Now there's one thing I want to show you. If I can see it from here, you probably can't. Discard the top card of the invasion deck is another option. You've got 4 additional actions here. If you've got a spare range damage, you can discard the top of the invasion deck, which I'm very tempted to do. But maybe I won't do it this time. Let's just deal 1 range damage. That will go through the armor for this one. And we'll destroy it. It will go into the discard pile of the invasion. Beautiful. So I dealt the range damage there. That means, and I've refreshed my leader card, I can then pay this with just a yellow. So this one's a played card. Put the top card of any opponent's deck on top of their garbage dump and gain 3 screws. So let's have a look at that. So essentially what that means here is from their deck, I'll discard it to their garbage dump over here. So they've got their own garbage dump. Gaining 3 screws, I'm just going to use the neutral colours. So I can put them on any of the training cards. I might put it on, let's put it on Vlex. Wouldn't mind getting him that soon. So it's 3 out of 4 screws on him. He needs 4 screws to be able to put into my discard pile. Yep, and then that's Juggernaut out now. I've got 1 card left in my hand. I do have the resources, because that's just a wild and a green, so I'm going to spend that. I got pretty lucky. So I play this guy, I get to gain an armor and a health. I believe I can go above my starting maximum. I could also, the other abilities for an armor is to recycle card, or for health is to destroy a stored resource. Actually, I might do that. Let's gain the armor first of all. Now for the health, I'll show you something. For the health, you could also, this is only in the invasion mode, you get these 4 additional actions. For a health that you've got saved up, you can destroy 1 stored resource of the invasion. So I'm going to destroy this blue, since I've already got 2, now back down to 1. This is a bit nasty there. I'm going to do that instead. Slow down their progress. Now, you'll notice that my leader's refreshed again. I could use it again, but I'm going to save it for next round. I could do it, but this one I can't use now because I've got no dice left. Store all raw resources from one of your dice and then reroll it. I might leave that one for next round because I actually got lucky with my dice rolls and the cards I had. Okay, so store resources. There's nothing left to just store up. Deal damage. So now we have to deal some damage here. So let's have a look. We got 2 melee. We got 1 ranged. And we've got nothing on this water box card. So I'm thinking the 2 melee, we'll take this guy out, 1 armor and health there. Discard that. And the 1 range will go through, luckily, the 2 armor here. And just go straight to the health on this guy. So they're discarded, which is brilliant. So all I've got left is the defend base card. I assume it's still an axe. I think you're guaranteed this to happen, so I still gain, or still am dealt 1 damage from these guys. But that happens in a later phase. Next bit here, I get to use spare parts. Use spare part actions to improve your deck and dice. So, from the cards I just played, look at the bottom and see what kind of spare parts I get. I've got 3 spare parts. So 3 spare parts, and I come down here. You've got options here. 1 spare part gets you a screw, and I could do that 3 times. 2 spare parts gets me to recruit another card, which means another card to the training area, and then I can place a screw on that, which is kind of handy. 4 spare parts is train any card from the starting card supply deck. This one here, I might do this. Replace a screw in one of your dice with a screw of your choice and gain 1 technology token. And then gain 1 technology token. Yeah, so it sort of limits you to how many times you can do that. I need 3 screws for that, which I've got. So maybe I'll do that before I get more technology tokens here. I'm going to gain a second one doing that though. So now I've got 2, so it makes it a bit more expensive to do. I'm going to gain another green because I know this green's coming up here. And since it's on the black side, let's do it on the black side with this. So, in the game it comes with some screwdrivers, just to show you on this one. Otherwise I'll skip it in the future. So just unscrew, nice and easy. So pretty easy done. So unscrew that. I'm going to gain a green. So I've built up my dice once. Yay. So it's, it's somewhat a little bit fiddly, but it's kind of cool. There we go. So that's why it's now got a black and a green on it. Beautiful. And I've gained the extra token that I'd get with it as well. So I've spent my spare parts. I then clean played card zone. Place all played cards on top of your discard pile in any order. Sometimes it matters because you can draw back from your discard pile with recycling. So the one I'd probably want back is probably Water Box because it's free to use. Let's put that in that order there. And then if any cards had the right amount of screws on, I can get the train card into my discard pile. Not yet. Lex has got 3 out of 4. Everyone else, not yet. And then that's the end of my turn. We then do to clean up. Resolve invasion cards that survived. If any invasion cards remain deployed, deal the range damage first, and then melee damage to each player in the game. Discard all deployed cards, except for the scenario card yet. So all they did was 1 melee damage. That means I get hit to the armor by 1, which I go back down to 16, which I covered for. And that's the end of the round. So that's 1 round down, guys. It's the end of round 2. Alright, so round 2 now. So back to the invasion. They go first. So they deploy cards. They've still got 2 protocols. Even though they're exhausted, it still counts as 2 plus me being the player. So they draw 3 again. So we've got here. Nah. When deployed, each player destroys 1 screw on any card in their training center. That's not good. So Vlex loses 1. He's down to 2 screws. Next card. Synixian Patrol. When deployed, the invasion stores a green resource. Okay. So green one. That's their first of 7. 3rd card. When deployed, the invasion stores a black resource. So Couture's on top over here. They store a black resource. Alrighty, 1 of 5 there. They then train any, nothing's trainable yet. Refresh protocols. Refresh protocols of the invasion has no technology tokens. When the invasion has no technology tokens, it refreshes all of its protocols. Then it gains 1 technology token for each player in the game. Oh. So I guess they do it twice, does it? I need to double check what happened here. Okay, checking here before, I believe it should already have a technology token. Because in the first round what happens is, it'll go through this step. It doesn't refresh, but then it gains a technology token. So it would have a technology token there. Yeah, I believe that's correct. And then use the protocols, execute the activate one, but they're all exhausted, and then it's the end of their turn, so it's now down to me. Alright, so we'll bring this down a little bit further, maybe down next to, a little bit closer here, so we can see. I'm trying to line up properly here. So this one's a bit interesting. That 2nd card underneath is adding a lot here. So this is now 3 health to defeat Couture. No armor though, but 3 health. So Vlex wouldn't help in this situation if I had Vlex, for example. They're doing 2, 3, 4, 5 melee damage and 1 range at the moment, which is nasty. I want to get at least a couple of these enemies down. This could be interesting here. So let's draw up. So we draw as many cards as we want to start with. So erasure. So that's just a simple 1 red, does 1 range damage. Handy. Let's keep drawing. So 2 wilds gives me 2 melee damage, which is what I need. Store 1 resource of your choice and gain a screw. Okay. We'll go one more. A blue, gain 2 screws and 1 melee damage. Is that enough? That's 4 resources there. I could get a 5th if I do storing properly. Maybe 3 is enough. We could do a 4th. I just want to show you what happens with garbage dump stuff, just in case. 4th. Yeah, that's going to be hard to afford, but at least it's 3 damage. Recycle a card as well, which is kind of slightly mistimed. That's all right. Let's have a go at this. So then we've got these 4 cards. We then roll. Hope we don't get a neutral side. Oh my god, we've got 2 neutral sides. Wow. That is rough. This is going to be a rough round. Alrighty, I'm going to have to think of this one. Alright, let's use the technology here. I'm going to store or roll resources from one of your die and then re-roll it. So let's get the yellow here. The neutral does nothing. I believe it does nothing anyway. And re-roll this. And get red. That's kind of good. That's actually good news. Because then I could do a range damage. Alrighty, I think I've got an idea here. Recycle a card. It'd be good if I didn't have the garbage dump problem, but anyway. Let's do, so these 2, you can always spend 2 dice for any 1 resource. So that's going to be my black and the blue to get Jalak out there. He's going to do 3 damage. He gets to recycle a card. Now, recycling, if I just double check here, choose to take the top card of either your garbage dump, discard pile, or any card from your hand and place on top of your deck. If the effect recycles more than 1 card, process them one at a time. So I can do it from my hand as well. Because it might be a card I won't play here. Which is probably going to be this one. Yeah, let's put Alpha Squad back on top. Or could I get stored resources? Definitely not going to be able to play that one, I think. Not going to be able to store 2. That's a good card though as well. Maybe I'll keep that on top. Keep these 2. So I'll recycle that one back to the top of my deck. All right, next thing here, let's use the red to deploy Erasure, which will do 1 range damage in a moment. Yeah, I don't think I'll store a resource. There's no point yet. I mean, I can, but I've got nothing to refresh. This card, I'm not using, so I just leave that there for the moment. Okay. Then I think what happens here, I think that goes to the garbage dump now. I'm just double checking here in the background. Give me one moment. Alright, so what's going to happen here is during the store resources page, which is now, I'd store any leftover dice I didn't use, and then this goes to the garbage dump, but I get a blue screw to store. So that goes up here. That's in my garbage dump, unfortunately. It's exhausted. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's do a deal damage here. So hopefully this is clear at the top of the screen there. So let's do Jalak first. He's going to do 3 melee damage. So that's 1, 2, 3. That will kill Kator. And then, okay, this guy gets an extra armor. That's good news. So Erasure does 1 range, goes through the armor, hits it for 1, takes out the Synexian Patrol. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of Nair, so it's going to do some extra damage to us as well. Okay. Using spare parts, so we've got 3 spare parts. Unfortunately, that's not enough to. Now I've got 2 technology tokens. I need 4 to get a new screw. So 3, I could get 3 screws. So I can get Vex out there. I can recruit a card and place a screw on it. I think I might get the 3 screws. So I can do this 3 times here. So I'm going to gain 3 screws. Okay, 1, 2 on Vlex, 1 on Bamlock. So then they can be trained very soon. Clean up these ones. These go to my discard pile. Train the cards. So then, first of all, Bamlock. He's trained. What's he do when he's trained? When you train this card, gain 1 armor and 2 health, then destroy this card. This card's going back into the box. Destroyed. I get, what was it? 1 armor and 2 health. So, I might gain 1 of the health, but the other 2 I'll do here. I'm just going to show what I'm going to do. I believe I can do these now. It doesn't say, it doesn't stop me from doing it now, I don't think. Pretty sure I can. So I can recycle a card, and I can destroy 1 stored resource from the invasion with my extra health and extra armor that I'm not going to use. So let's destroy the black here. Recycle this out of my garbage dump. Put it back on top. Because it can come out of the garbage dump, in your hand, or from the discard pile. Okay. That's cool. And then the other train card here is Vlex. Sorry, Yolex. How do we pronounce his name? So this guy comes into my, so he has no instance. So he will come into my discard pile to be shuffled in later on. And then it's the end of my turn. We've got a clean up. And so the invasions are going to hit me. So they're going to do 2 melee damage to me. So that's going to take my armor down to 14. And then we discard there. Scenario card stays there. Alright, next round. Alright, let's go. Next round. Let's get the good times rolling here. Some of you might be wondering like how this technology token goes away. When I reshuffle my deck, they destroy one of these tokens. So then we enact their protocols again and get them a bit stronger. So the more I put off reshuffling my deck, the less stronger, the weaker they'll be in a way. We deploy the cards again. We've still got 2 + 1, 3. So when deployed, the invasion gains a stores a red resource. Let's put a red right there. Number 2. When deployed, the invasion deals 1 melee to each player. Oh, that's just straight up 1 melee. Off carry here, I'm gonna go down to 13 armor. Can't do much about that. Merg. Nasty dude. And then the 3rd one. When deployed, the invasion recycles a card. That sucks. So when they recycle, I believe it's the same thing. I believe they would go, actually, be curious how they would do it. Imagine they have an order of operations here. Yeah, I'm just looking at the rules here. This is for invasion effects. Recycle card. When the invasion recycles card, it always prioritizes cards from its garbage dump over the discard pile. Yeah. So it's garbage dump, it's going to come back on top. Alrighty. Okay. It's got a technology token, so it can't refresh protocols and it can't use any protocols. It's the end of the turn, it's my turn. It's particularly nasty gas on top at the moment. So there's 2 armor, 2 health, doing 3 melee and 1 ranged, which goes straight through to my health. Even if I defeat him, this guy's got 2 armor, 2 health, and adds an extra melee, so it's going to be rough. I'm going to have to do a fair bit of damage here. What's that, 4, 5 damage? Jeez. It's a bit rough. Alright, let's draw up. So we've got that blue one on top, which I'm hoping we can store that resource and get for free. That's right, the 2 wilds. Because I put that on top as well. Another 2 wilds. Maybe we stop there. 2 wilds, 2 wilds. It's getting a bit wild. But that's only going to destroy one guy, isn't it? Let's get a fourth. Yeah. Black 2 melee skirmish. That might do. Roll the dice. Hopefully we don't get 2 blanks this time as well. I've got 1 blank. 2 yellows and a green. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, I think I'm going to play this one first. Commander Atus. He's 2 wilds. So what I'm going to do with him is play the 2 yellows. Yeah, 2 yellows. Play for him. Get the store resource of my choice. Store blue. Okay, and then gain a screw. Let's put it on Tabrinus. 1 of 7. Yeah, I'll put it on him. I was thinking this one's a free card though, if once I get there, but anyway. Getting that screw, did that. Let's destroy. Two there. Recycle 2 cards and destroy 1 store resource of any opponent. Recycle 2. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I might keep the hovercraft. And I'll recycle Vlex out of here as well. And get to destroy 1 store resource of any opponent. I think I'm going to get here, so I've got a choice of green, red, blue. Let's get the blue. It's 1 of 5. Destroy that one. Okay, stopping him from building up at all, which is great. Yeah. Now that when we destroy that, it makes the blue free because I get a free blue resource. So this guy's a free card to play. I gain 2 screws. Let's put that on to bring us. So it's 3 out of 7. Then I've got 2 dice here. I do have skirmish still. I guess I may as well play it because otherwise it goes to my garbage dump. I get a black resource I guess back, but I think we'll play it. So just convert that to a black to play skirmish. Since we recycled the other one. I was tempted to keep the hovercraft, but I'm not sure if I was going to be able to play it. Alright, so we're doing 5 melee damage. So first of all, sorry, store resources and then garbage dump, but we don't have any of that situation. I could use Oleg, but I'm not going to use it yet. Just hold off on Oleg. So we've got a few cards left before we get to refreshing them. Okay, what are we doing here? So we're doing damage. We've got 5 melee. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That only defeats just the top card, gas. Okay, and unfortunately, Merg adds an extra melee anyway. It should be down like that, sorry. Okay. And then we use the spare parts. What have we got? Spare parts. Well, it's got 1, 2, 3 spare parts again. I could gain 3 screws. It won't quite give me Tabrinus. So maybe I recruit a card and also gain a screw. I think maybe that's what we'll do. So let's gain a screw first of all. Actually, no. We'll wait to see what kind of card we get. So let's spend 2 to recruit a card and then place 1. So when you recruit, because we haven't done it yet, recruit a card. I think it's still, yeah, we draw top 3. So draw top 3 cards of the recruitment deck, choose 1 and place it in your training center. The other 2 are destroyed. Okay, so we've got a huge deck. So we draw 3. Okay, we choose 1 to keep. So this guy, Behemoth, costs black and a wild, gives me 4 melee. Oof, that's a big hitter. This guy is similar, 2 black though, 4 melee, but also discard the top 2 cards of any opponent's deck. That is, oof, it's costly, but it does a lot for me. Tempted by that one. Rotate 1 of your dice to a side of your choice. That could be super handy. It only costs a yellow. But it costs you a yellow to then try and... I like it. Let's get this guy. Let's get Crusher. Big hitter. So he's a 5 up there. These two get destroyed. He comes in with a screw. And I've still got one spare part. I can put one more screw on someone. And I've got a choice here. I've got 1 out of 5 for Crusher, 3 out of 7 for Debrinus. I think I'd like Debrinus to get out there. So let's put one more on Debrinus, 4 out of 7. Alrighty, these go to the discard pile. Yeah, that's in my turn. Now we get damage in this round. It's not nice. Not nice at all. What we got? 1, 2, 3 melee damage. So we get hit down to 10. We better get some armor. We also get hit for 1 range, which means our health goes down to 14. Okay. Next round. I might do 1 round for this video. Maybe. I don't know. You might keep playing. See how far we go. Also, I forgot to discard this. I think it's discarded 1 at a time, so this would have been first and this would be next. Because it might matter when they recycle and things like that. Alrighty, next round. We're almost up to round 5 where there's some drama's going to happen. So what's going to happen is they're going to, when this event ends, for each player, train the top card of the invasion card supply deck. So it's just straight trained into their deck. Nasty. Without having to do this training thing. Okay. So that's going to happen, is that at the end of the next round? I have to double check that when we get to it. When this event ends. I don't know when the event happens. I'll have to double check. Anyway, worry about that for next round. So we increase the time to round 4. Deploy. So there's 3 cards to deploy again. When deploy the invasion stores or yellow resource. Let's put the yellow. That's the first yellow one at 5. When deploy the invasion stores, 1 resource of the player's choice. I've got what we got here. We've got a 7s here. Ooh. Let's put 1 on the. Might just put 1 on the black. Don't mind. I'm just doing a quick read. It doesn't sound too bad. It's probably why it costs 5 instead of 7. All right, next one. When deployed, each player discards a top card of their deck. Yikes. So, I'm almost reshuffling here. I'll discard Ulex. He's so good. I miss my Ulex. Okay. Alrighty. They can't refresh. They've got a technology token. They can't use protocols, so then it's my turn. Okay, so we're getting hit for 4 melee at the moment. They've got 2 armor, 2 health on the top card. Just looking ahead, the next card's got 2 health, 1 armor. As an example. I think with this, I just want to double check here. When you do not have a card in your deck to finish an effect or action, follow these steps. So as soon as this is empty, when you do not have a card in your deck, to finish an effect or action. So that means if I draw 3, this doesn't happen? That's how I take that. I think it's when I have to draw again. Interesting. Anyway, let's go. So we draw 1 with hovercraft. Draw 2. Scout, it's a yellow. Gives me a reroll token and, which would be handy, and a screw. So if I read that correctly, I think if I draw 3rd, this doesn't enact until I need to draw again. Please let me know in the comments if that's incorrect. I've got this one. Command, gain an armor and a screw. Plus a green. There's not much going on in terms of like fighting power there. Although there is 4 resources. I do want to draw again. And there's nothing in the garbage dump either, so maybe it's a good time to do it. Yeah, let's draw again. Ooh, nasty, but I'm doing it. So I'm going to draw again. So when you do not have a card in your deck to finish an effect or action, follow the steps to finish the effect or action. to finish. So does that mean I draw now? No. I think it's after. I need to just clarify this. Maybe that's my question. I just didn't should get clever. For each technology card in your base, so there's one. Take the top card from your garbage dump and put it in the top of your discard pile. Then lose 1 health for each card remaining in the garbage dump. Well, there's nothing in garbage dump, so I don't lose any health. Great. Cooperative mode. Destroy 1 technology token of the invasion. So they lose. Yeah, so they're going to refresh their protocols next time they go. That's nasty. Competitive mode. Don't have to worry about that. Shuffle all cards from your garbage dump and discard pile together to create a new deck. Then sacrifice a card. Then sacrifice a card from your deck. What does sacrifice mean? I have to read that. To sacrifice a card, a player draws the top 3 cards from the deck, destroys 1, and then places the rest on top of the deck in any order. Okay, so that could be good, could be bad. So 1, 2, 3. Oof. Store 1 resource of your choice and discard the top card in your opponent's deck. I like that better than probably the gain 2 screws. 2 screws is good though. This one's free, I'm not going to get rid of that one. And it refreshes my leader, so no. I think Alpha Squad's getting destroyed. So, yeah, it gets destroyed. So I'm going to just put that back in the deck. Alrighty, and then do these go back on top? Let's double check, how's that work? Sacrifice again. Yeah, but rest on top of the deck. Anyway, so at least you know what's coming as well. So I'm going to go Water Box first and Lex. Actually, what do I want here? Yeah, do I want... Ooh. Because that busts and armor. What do I... Maybe we'll do Water Box. Because, yeah, I do want both of those. I think we can afford both. Anyway, now I keep drawing. I get the Water Box. And then I want another one. So we get Lex as well. Beautiful. Let me roll our dice. Alrighty, let's roll, baby. We get 2 greens, a blue, and a red. That's pretty good. Alright, let's have a think. Let's do this. So, I'm going to use Oleg straight away. Get myself a yellow resource. I'm then going to destroy this. Bang, bang. So I gain a reroll token. Just put it up there. Let me know. I don't know why there's a screw there. A reroll token and put the top card of any opponent's deck into the garbage dump. So the top card. So then that. So when the invasion does not have a card in its deck to finish an effect or action. Yeah, so I think they're okay until they do one more thing here. What happens here if they do this? For each player in the game, the invasion takes the top card from its garbage dump and puts it on the top of their discard pile, then it destroys 1 of its resources. Cool, so if I keep that one there. Each player destroys 1 of their technology tokens, that's good. Increase or decrease the duration of any event by 1. Increase or decrease, yeah, depending how you're going. The invasion shuffles all cards from its garbage dump and discard pile together to create a new deck, then yeah. And it destroys the top card of its deck. Yeah. Alrighty, so it's similar to what I do. Alrighty, now that I've done that, I've spent those yellows. I get free yellow resource. I'm going to play Scout for free. This guy does 1 melee damage later, and he gets me another reroll token. So I'm building up these reroll tokens. Got 2, and I get a screw. And the screw's going to go on to Brenus, so that's 5 out of 7. Okay, so it comes down here. I guess we play Water Box. Still 1 resource of your choice and refresh your leader card. To put it down here. Still 1 resource of your choice. What would I want to start building up? Recycle 2 cards. I don't want to do that yet. Gain 2 armor could be handy. Getting greens. More rerolls, more melee, more black. Because I do have a couple of blacks that will eventually come up. Maybe I'll do that. It's an interesting choice I'm doing here, but I'm doing that one. Even though I don't really necessarily need it right now, but yeah. Draw black and I refresh my leader back up. Okay. Okay, so what have we got left here? We've got 4. I think we're good here. So gain 2 armor, which is recycle a card, but I don't want to do that because there's nothing in the discard pile yet. There's no point recycling. That's the additional action I'm talking about for armor. So I might as well just keep gaining armor. Still want to resource of a choice and discard the top card of any opponent's deck. I mean, I could have done the green, I guess, but I'll just save it for another round because I think I'm safe this round. All right, let's just play these cards. So I'm going to have extra resources here too. Green. Actually, no, I won't. Green will pay for this. I gained an armor. I'm going to take that armor. Go up to 11. Gain a screw, which will go into brain, 6 out of 7. Okay, it does 1 melee damage later. This is 2 wilds, so I'm going to spend the red and blue. Gain 2 armor, so it does 1 range, so 2 armor, because I'm 13. As I said, the additional action is recycle card. There's nothing I can recycle, because I'm going to use all my cards in my hand. Nothing in my discard pile, nothing in my garbage dump. So they're probably not cards I have right now, but it's okay. And then spend a green as a wild for this one. I get the store resource of my choice and discard the top card of any opponent's deck. Okay, that will enact their issue, which is great. I guess we get a black, or do we store something else to give us a bit of leeway since we've got Oleg still good to go? Let's go black. Could give us a few options. No, let's just do that. Alrighty, I get to discard the top card of any opponent's deck. So since it doesn't have anything in the deck here, it's going to fall through your steps. For each player in the game, which is me, 1, the invasion takes the top card of its garbage dump, puts it on top of its discard pile. So there's 1 there. Then it destroys 1 of its stored resources. I guess we choose, yeah, player choice. For each card remaining in its garbage dump, well, there's nothing left in the garbage dump, unfortunately. Yeah, so you need to get 2 in there to be able to destroy stuff. Oh, each player destroys 1 of their technology tokens. Well, that's good news for me. So I'm down to 1 technology token. Increase or decrease the duration of event by 1. The duration of any event. Assuming just means like increase what step it goes through. What happens when it does it again? More invaders. When this event ends, for each player, train the top card. Yeah, so it just delays that. I think we may as well delay it, make that round 6. The invasion shuffles all cards from the garbage dump discard pile together to create a new deck, and then destroys the top card of its deck. Ooh. So it loses 1. So we're shuffling, and it destroys this one. Murd. Yeah, I actually did hate that one, so that one's destroyed. Beautiful. And then assume I follow through with the rest of my deal here. It's hard. It doesn't quite make sense what it says there, like how it finishes the effect. To finish an effect or action, follow these steps. I don't know. I think I still get to discard the top card. I'm going to say that. Let me know if that's wrong. Okay. Alrighty. So store resources, nothing to store. I assume I keep reroll tokens from round to round. Nothing saying I can't. I've gained some armor, which is great. So I get to deal some damage here. So I've got armor only. So I've got 1 armor only, 2 melee, and 1 ranged. So that's enough to kill just Lilu on top. Maybe that's all we can do. That's what we exactly need. We need to use the armor buster. 2 melee. Yeah, we have to. So Lilu's gone. But the rest will hit us. So we still get hit for, what's that, 3 melee damage. So it's there goes the gained armor, but that's okay. We balanced it out. These get discarded. Okay. We delayed an invasion, so that's great. Actually, I've skipped a step here, haven't I? Whoops. That's the cleanup phase. Before I should have done that. I get my spare parts and things like that. That's okay. I dealt damage anyway. Use my spare parts. This guy gives me no spare parts, actually. That's kind of sucky. I didn't notice that. 1, 2. Got 3 spare parts. That's enough to get another screw because I've only got 1 technology token now. And these go in the discard pile. Let's get another screw here. And we'll make it a different die. Which die had the... which one had the double? That one there. So we added a green, if I recall. Yes, we did. So maybe one of the fell out. Is that what happened? Did we get another red? We got a few wilds. Yeah, well, we're building up a black again. Another black. So maybe I keep getting blacks. I'm going to screw in another black. Because we've got black, green, black, black. Yes, I'm going to screw in another black. Beautiful. So that one's upgraded. And then we gain a technology token. Okay. Sweet. Train cards, unfortunately. I mean, I was thinking about, I could have done that to get Debrinus actually, but we're not shuffling in yet anyway. Got a while to shuffle in. But I could have recycled, I guess, but we'll wait another round. And then end of turn, we've done the cleanup already. So let's go to the next round. Might do one more round here for this video. I don't know, I might go back on that. I might do the whole thing, who knows? Alrighty, zip forward to round 5. We've delayed this invasion by 1 round, so that's good news. Deploy invasion cards again. So there's 3 of us. 3 cards, I mean. So Couture, store a black resource. No worries, Couture. Second card, Temic. When deployed, the invasion stores a blue resource. So we're probably going to see... Ooh, I forgot to... Did I shuffle in... Let's pause right there for a tick. I think when I was... when I got decked out, I was meant to shuffle in a new card of theirs, wasn't I? Where did I see that? Hang on, let me get back to you. I'm just making things up. I think that I was getting mixed up with the event that's coming up soon. And then the third card, Gas. When deployed, the invasion recycles a card. It's going to recycle the discard pile because there's nothing in the garbage dump. Right. Okay, then when the invasion has no technology tokens, it refreshes all of its protocols. Let's get to see these go off again. So I'm going to have a bit of a dud turn again. And then gains a technology token there. Alrighty, it then does this. Each player gains a technology token. Bam. So that's making it really difficult for me to buy, to upgrade my dice. So that's my 3rd technology token, so I think that might be out of the question now. The first card each player plays this round does not execute effects and it's placed in the discard. So my wasted cardigan. Cardigan. Alrighty, my turn. Unless I've missed something, it seems to be I don't have a way at the moment to refresh my technology card. I can research new technologies down here, but yeah, strange. Must be able to purchase certain cards and recruit cards that do that. Okay, what do we need here? So 3 armor, 1, so a range damage would be great. At the moment, it's doing 3, 5, 6 damage to me. Ouch. Whew. Alright, here we go. So we got Vision, which is a wild. Recruit a card and recycle 1 card. Commander Atus, store 1 resource of your choice and gain 1. Go again. Yellow and red. Put the top card of any opponent's deck on top of the garbage dump and gain 3 screws. That would be actually really good. That's a really good card. That's 5 resources, which it's doing 1 range damage. I want to get that one out there because that would definitely kill gas for me. And then this might get rid of the next one. We'll see. We stop there. We could store more. We get to store 1 here. Recruit a card, recycle card. Store 1, store 1. We could. We might keep these. 2 double cards there, which might be hard. Let's roll. Cool. So we've got 4 resources. Still not hitting our double sides yet, but we've got 4 resources. I do have some reroll tokens if I need it. Because I didn't get a yellow, so maybe we do. Yes. Maybe we do. Where's my doubles? So it's got a double. It's got black and green. What else did I get around here? Where's my other double? Black and green. So we got 2 lots of black and greens. Let's reroll that one with the reroll token. Just want to see how this goes here. I'll probably get a neutral now. Oh, I got another red. I was hoping for a yellow, or at least the double resource. I think we'll pause there because just in case I get the neutral, I do have 1 left, but that might do. Getting a yellow, I might have to store 2 yellows to help pay for him. Yeah, we'll see how we go. I think we'll do vision first. Yep, so I'm going to destroy these. Deal 1 melee damage, which is not going to... I mean, I think you can track it. It's continuous. I mean, armor doesn't reset, I don't think. So I could track saying that's done 1 armor damage, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to do the additional action tick and discard the top card of any opponent's deck. Additional action is gain a screw, so I'm going to do that in a moment. I'm going to discard top card of his deck. Let's gain a screw. This is going to be 7 and 7 for Dabrinus, so he or she is good to go next round, or next end of the turn. And then we get to play this for free, because it's a wild. So they're using the black to play for the wild. Recruit a card and recycle 1 card. Recruit a card and recycle 1 card. Okay. So recruiting, I draw 3. What we got here? Defending squad. That's a cool picture. Store resource of choice and gain 3 armor. Wow. For a wild. All black stuff. That's actually good news for me because I'm kidnapping. So what's that? Ours are 3 melee for a black. A puka, 2 and gain a health. Both cost 4. Or do I get the wild to get 3 armor and store 1 resource? I do need some heavy power here. 2 in health. And the health gets destroyed. Ooh. That's wild. No one's got screws at the bottom either, unfortunately. Let's go Puka. The extra health could be handy. So that's going to come to my training center. These 2 get destroyed. Cool, and we recycle a card. I'm going to get Scout back on top. Okay. Next thing, so that was free. I do need to keep a red for this guy. So let's pay a red and a blue for Commander Atis. So he's out there. He will do 2 melee soon. Store 1 resource of your choice and gain 1 screw. Store 1 resource of your choice. I'm going to store yellow. And we also get to gain a screw. Yeah, let's put it on Crusher. Let's do one Crusher because this one's already done to bring it. Okay. That's 4 spare parts down here too, which is great. If I can get this guy out. So I'm going to have to use Oleg here, unfortunately. To store a resource, going to store a yellow. Then destroy it. I get to gain a reroll. Put the top card of any opponent's deck into their garbage dump. The top card back into the garbage dump. Another gas. So that's a free yellow. And now I get to spend the red to get Jugara out there. He's going to do 1 ranged. Put the top card of any opponent's deck on top of the garbage dump and gain 3 screws. Garbage dump's building up here for him. Gain 3 screws. It's a good card, that one. I like it. 1, 2, 3. Hang on, what's that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5. That's what we normally do. Don't want to overpay for it. Nothing else I can do here. Got a spare green, so now we're actually, first time I've enacted this, the store resource phase, I get to store the green that I didn't use. Goes there. Nothing goes to the garbage dump. Use spare parts. Sorry, deal damage first. So we got, what's that, 3 melee and 1 ranged. Let's do 1 ranged to defeat gas. 3 melee, so 2 melee is going to defeat Temek. Get rid of the armor and the health. Got 1 melee left. Unfortunately, I can use the screw to track it technically. But it's got 2 health, so can't defeat it. That's a shame. Get to use spare parts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spare parts. I could get a new technology. I can't afford that. I need 5 to get another screw. Train any card from the starting card supply deck. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I could get another water box to refresh my leader card, get more stuff, but yeah, might be a bit too dangerous. No, I mean, from the starting, like I could get another starting card. Like double up. Maybe this one here, the gain 2 screws is kind of cool. This one, Sugara. But getting a yellow and red, I'm not really cut out for that at the moment. So I don't think it will. Maybe I'll just train up heaps of stuff for a recruiter card. Options. What do we get as technology? Research a new technology. Maybe we'll do that. Why not? 3 plus number of cards in your base. Oh, no, I need 5 anyway. I can't do that. So maybe we recruit. Let's recruit 1 and gain a few screws, I think. Recruit 1 and gain 2 screws. Yeah, so let's recruit. I don't think there's a limit to how many cards you can have your training in. I don't think so. So let's recruit. So draw 3 cards. Green and black. Does 3 damage, gets me 2 armor. Gain a resource of your choice. Oh. Gain a resource of your choice. So, pay anything to turn it into something else. That's actually kind of cool. Why is there no cost to that? Does that just come straight into my hand? Still 1 resource of your choice. It does 1 and 1. That's really good as well. Wow. That one turns, yeah, so turns any resource into a resource of your choice. They're both good. Gives me a spare part as well. Well, this one gives me a melee and a range. I reckon I might go for spare parts. I have a feeling it's an auto train. I assume it goes in a training center, then during the phase when you pick them up, I guess it comes up straight away. That's pretty cool. Now the other 2 get destroyed. These will go to the discard pile. I put a screw on it. Oh, that's a shame. So, yeah, because it's placed a screw on it, but I don't need it. Oh, and then I gain 2 screws. Let's start working on the first time you execute any store resource action in a turn, this card has been played. Gain health. And you gain an armor at the end. Yeah, I'll work on this guy. Gives me 2. Gonna get a few cards in the deck here in a moment. Cool. Clean played cards since we did that. Train the cards. So to bring us, I assume it doesn't matter what order. So to bring us is good to go. So This one gets trained, goes to my discard pile. Crusher's good to go. Discard pile. And then this one is overdone. Doesn't need any training. Spare parts card. I think that'll be handy. And slide these one down. Cool, that was great. We've got heaps of cards in the deck there. Alrighty, and then invasion time, we get hit for 3. We go down to 7 armor. It's not great. This guy gets discarded. Okay. Alright. Do note, I was not meant to be able to play this card. I forgot about signal interference that went off during that round. Oops. Luckily, I can retcon this. We picked up a puka, I believe. So its effect shouldn't have happened. So what this means is that I would have a puka later on. I wouldn't have the spare parts card. So that goes back on top of the Rone Invasion supply deck. Those other two we just destroyed as well, go back on top. Which was these two, they go back on top. But we'll keep puka because we did gain a recruit after. Oof, that was nasty. I almost forgot about that. And then recycle a card, meaning this scout should still be, I believe it'd be there. Oh wow, lucky I picked that one up. I'm sure some people will be commenting already from when I forgot about it completely. Wow, that was lucky. Good pick up. Don't want to make it too easy. Alrighty, next round we move into here. Now, I'm a bit confused when this actually pops off. It says, when this event ends, for each player, train the top card of the invasion card of the supply deck. When this event ends. Is it ended now? I assume so. I don't know. So we train the top card, and we add it to where? The supply deck. When this event ends, for each player, train the top card of the invasion card supply deck. Okay, so the top card of the supply deck just goes straight into the discard pile. And luckily for me, it's a starter one that got shuffled in. That's lovely news. I assume I'll just bump that up a bit, indicate that we've used it. Actually, it's probably gone, yeah. Cool. Deploy. There's still 3 of us. When deploy, the invasion gains a green. It's green. Next one. When deployed, each player destroys 1 screw on any card in their training center. Sucky. I'll lose 1 off Odin. 1 off 2 is gone. That's a nasty one, that one. And then, oof, almost decked him out. When deployed, the invasion stores a green. Alright, the green's getting up there. Okay. That doesn't happen yet, I believe not. Until one more time I have to draw something out of their deck. They've got a technology token, so they can't refresh their protocols. My go. Starting to get whacked a bit more here. This is 2 ranged and 4 melee damage, so I need to get rid of it as many as I can. Obviously as many as I can. It's 1 armor and 2 health, luckily, so it's not too bad. Both my things are used. I do have 2 reroll tokens. Okay. Alright, let's draw some cards up. So, Jellic, recycle a card. Cost me a blue and a black. Next one. A black skirmish for 2 melee. Let's draw another one. Green and a wild. Gain in armor and health. 2 melee. So I'm doing 7 melee. That's pretty good. Considering there's not too much extra armor underneath here. I mean, there's probably when I move some up, yeah, there's some armor that pop up. Extra 2 health here too on this one. Jesus. That nair's a bit nasty. I think we'll stop there. That's 5 resources, which is more than I have, and I doubt I'm going to get too much stored stuff going on, especially with my leader down. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to pay for these anyway. I think one's going to go to the garbage dump. Unless I get a double. All right. Roll the dice. I did get a double, but I got 2 neutrals. Yeah. Okay. Let's use a reroll on one of the neutrals. Got a black. That's good news. Let's use the other reroll on the other neutral. Or do I wait to see what happens here? I got black, black and green, black for that one. Yeah, I need blue. It's a bit. Oh dear. I need like blue or something. Black and green, black. Wow, so green. So that's black and green for this one. This one uses black. Yeah, I've got a green for nothing. This is going to be tough. I might use the. I'll use it. I'll use the reroll. Put on the black. Okay, it doesn't quite help. Oh, so let's play these cards out. Getting Jellic out would be fantastic if I can. These guys are just straight up hitters, aren't they? Green and something. Green and wild. So let's use this one die for Demolisher. Gain an armor and a health. An armor I could reuse as a recycle card. Which I assume I can use later on. Destroy 1 resource of the invasion. I might do that. I'll gain the armor. And over here, destroy 1 of the greens. Using the health additional action, you destroy a stored resource. Alright, you've still got 3 dice left. Yeah. So the options here is play this one. This one gets garbage dumped. I could recycle it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yep. I'm gonna have to. So black and green combined to play Jellic. Recycle card. This is gonna get recycled from my hand back into there. Yeah, it's not a great round, but it's as good as it gets. 5 damage. Store resources, no resources to store. 5 damage. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We'll take this one out. And then we need another 4, which we don't have, so that's as good as we get, unfortunately. But at least nothing goes to a garbage dump. Maybe I should have drawn an extra card, maybe. Because garbage dump at least gives you a stored resource. I don't know. So we dealt damage. Use our spare parts. We've got 3 spare parts. We've got plenty of, way too many technology tokens. 3 spare parts can get us 3 screws. Can recruit a card, put a screw on it. And gain a screw. What round? We're on 6. Let's recruit a card and also gain 1 screw. I think there's no rush yet. So that was like those 3 cards that we had before. I think I know which one I'm going to get. Oops, that's too many. So yeah, that's this one here. Where I was going to gain a resource of a choice, get the spare parts. Put a screw on it, but it's not a big deal. I can technically do that, but I don't need it. And we also gain a screw. Let's put it back on Odin. 2 out of 5. These go to a discard pile. Training cards, nothing can be trained. End of my turn. They are now deal damage. Range damage hits first. So we get hit for 1 range damage down to 13. I don't think I've mentioned that before. Range is always first. Down to 13. And then melee damage. What is it? 1, 2, 3 melee. So we're down to 5 armor. Ooh. And these gets discarded 1 by 1. And scenario card comes back up. Alright. Getting to the swing of this game now. I'm actually quite enjoying this. It's round 7 now. So we're still not even halfway. So deploy. So they have to deploy, they can't. When the invasion does not have a card in its deck to finish, for each player in the game, the invasion takes the top card from its garbage dump, puts it on top of the discard pile, then destroys one of its stored resources of the player's choice for each card remaining. There's 1 card remaining. Let's destroy that green. Each player destroys one of their technology tokens and refreshes all cards. Oh, I probably didn't do that before. Oh well, played the grim roll. So that's how you can refresh your technologies. And then it's come back to online. Oleg's back as well, which is great. Great news. And we get to discard one of our technology tokens. Increase or decrease the duration of event by 1. Let's increase this one by 1. I assume I can even decrease the actual final phase. Maybe we do that. Because I think the aim of the game is just to survive until the last event ends. Maybe we do that. I'm sure I can do that. When this event ends, continue to scenario number 2. Or do I want to keep going and building up? Maybe not. Maybe I want to build up more things because you do carry over to the next scenario. So maybe I'll go increase that event to 11. Could be a bad decision, but we'll see. The invasion shuffles all cards from its garbage dump and discard pile, and then destroys the top card. Cool. Shuffly. Haven't sleeved these yet. Destroy the top card. We're destroying it. Yeah, yes. I hate that one. Beautiful. It's all coming up in middle house. We're about to deck out 2 as well, so it's not huge. Deploy. So when deployed, they gain a green. Glad I got rid of some greens. They gain green. When deployed, they gain a red. That's a lot of range damage. Gain a red. And one more. When deployed, the invasion recycles a card. There's nothing to recycle. That's good news. So it's a dud card. Excellent. Technology tokens, so they can't refresh their protocols, can't use them. Up to me. Sweet, I've got my leader in technology back. We'll bring these down. So what they guys got? They've got 2 armor, 3 health. They're doing 3 melee, 2 range. Ooh, nasty. And so I start defeating guys, and it's pretty nasty all the way through. Jeez. 5 damage to get rid of just 1. Yikes, I'm going to have to draw out a few cards here. Especially now that we've got 2, both of these up. Yeah, I've got no rerolls though. Alright, let's draw up. 1, skirmish. 2, erasure. So 2 basic cards. We'll keep going here. So I have to do this. For each technology card in your base, take the top card from your garbage dump. Don't have any. Put on top and lose health. I don't lose any health. Destroy 1 technology token of the invasion, so they get their protocols back next round. Shuffle cards from your garbage dump and discard pile together to create a new deck, then sacrifice a card. That's kind of a shame because I've got 2 basic ones. I mean, I probably would keep the range one, I guess. But skirmish is kind of basic. I like that mechanic. Like it's going really well here. The sacrifice bit too. You get to choose out of 3. It's not like full choice, but it's like giving you some choice. Great. So 3. cards that I probably want to use. So I just bought this one, so I'm not going to sacrifice that. Still want to resource engage. It's just expensive, a bit too wild but expensive. Recruit a card, recycle one. Can be handy as well. Gives me a spare part too. And costs 1. Store a resource, gain a screw. That just costs 2. I think it's too dear. I'm gonna have to destroy that. Commander Atis is gone down. So these 2 are my top 2 cards. What do I want to draw next? Recruit a card, recycle a card. Probably that goes on top like that. Yeah, even though I might draw both out here anyway. Alright, we keep drawing. So I get that one. So that's 4. I do need a couple of blacks. I can store. Let's draw one more. Because this one can recycle as well, in case I do have a bit of stuff up. Does 2-in-1 range as well, which could be very handy here. The 2 armor, it's nasty. We'll see how we go. Rough times. All right, let's roll. There we go. This is neutral. Oh well. I could store the green. Might do that. So I've got no rerolls, but what I'm going to do here, you've got to use radar station, store rolled resources from one of your dice and re-roll it. Store the green. So then we've got 2 greens. Re-roll. Got a blue, which is not what I need at all. I definitely need blacks. Ooh boy. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. Get some recycle one. Just thinking here what to do. I've got no black. Got no way of re-rolling. These spare parts should have been in my deck. Oops. That's okay. That's I'm pretty sure that's right. Because we recruited last time. And then we redrew, so let's just shuffle it in. That was silly me, played a bit of Grim Rule there. Could have had that in my hand. That's okay. Wow. I've got the red to pay for erasure. Definitely want to get this guy out. I'm really thinking about what I'm going to do here. Armor can let me recycle a card as well if I'm not going to play it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get 3 cards out, I can defeat gas. At least it gets rid of one of them. And skirmish might get recycled. But how I'm going to play that is the question. I think we're good. I think we're good here. Alrighty. Red. Erasure. Out. Yellow. Pays for vision. Recruit a card and recycle a card. So we're going to recruit. Okay. Draw through. Draw 3. Disease. That looks horrible. Why would you ever pick that? I guess there's a way to... Maybe there's a way that you want to make a gain a card or something. Yeah. Wow, I don't want to pick that at all. Artillery. It's a free card. Ah, free card, gotcha. So that's just a free range hit. Very expensive ones here. Igra. Gain 2 armor and return the top card of your discard pile to your hand. You may keep the return card in your hand for the next turn. Right, so I don't have to put it in the garbage dump. Gives you 2 spare parts. Looks like I could give you back like water box or something cheap. Just a free range hit. Sounds great. Just doesn't give me anything else though. 2 spare parts. Just cost 1 green. I'll go for the free card. Ooh, that could be tough to destroy that too. So we recruit a card. We recycle a card. I'm going to recycle Skirmish back to the top because I'm not going to be able to afford to it. And then destroy these 2. To gain 2 armor, I'm just going to straight gain 2 armor. And then that gives me a free green, and then these 2 dice as the black to play this one. Put the top card of your deck on top of your garbage dump. So a Skirmish, which I don't really want. And then gain 2 armor and 1 health. I can even recycle that card back if I want to. Definitely gain health. 1 armor. Don't want to recycle the card. I'm sure there's other ways I'll recycle it. Let's just gain straight 2 armor. Alrighty. I might leave Oleg ready. There's no point. I've got no other stored resource for him, so what are we doing here? So there's no other stored resources I could do. Nothing goes to the garbage dump, which is great, except for the skirmish. So what we're doing here, 3 melee, 2 range. Unfortunately, 2 range can't defeat gas, so we're going to have to use 3 melee and the 2 range to just defeat gas on top, which kind of sucks. And then Boog does an extra range damage, which is not good. So I don't really get too far with this, but at least we get some spare parts out of this. 3. Alrighty. Use spare parts. We've got 3 spare parts. Do we recruit a card? Still got a bit of time to recruit. Do we just gain screws to get a card? Artillery's gonna need a lot. Maybe we recruit 1. How many technology cards? Got 2, so I need 4. 4 to get another screw. Unfortunately, not working out. 1 short. So let's recruit a card. Yeah, let's recruit a card. For 2. Stalker. Recruit a card and destroy the top card of any opponent's deck, then destroy this card. Recruit a card. And destroy the top card of any opponent's. Destroy. Destroy. Straight destroy. Curious. Luck. Draw 3 cards from the recruitment deck and reveal them. These cards may be played, and one of them may be played without paying its activation cost. At the end of your turn, destroy 3 cards that were drawn. It's a bit too lucky, that one. Reanimator. Recruit a card, then place 1 screw on it for each card in Training Center. Does 1 armor damage. No. None of these are giving me any spare parts. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's only the starter ones that give you spare parts. Actually, no, that was a bought one because just not that many of them have it. I don't know what I want here. Maybe Reanimator. Look at that. Might be handy. Okay, these 2 get destroyed. We get a free screw on that one as well. Then I've got 1 spare part left. I'm going to put a screw on Odin. Yeah. These will get discarded. Anything trainable? Nope. Nothing trainable. That's okay. End of turn. So Invasion does range damage of 3. Ouch. 10 to 11 health. Are we going to make it? And 2 melee, which takes me down to 7 armor. Discard Boog and Synexian Patrol. We are playing on easy. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go Solar Cylinder round 8. Okay. So we've got to deploy some more cards here. So 3 again. When deploying, the Invasion recycles a card. So there's nothing in the garbage dump. It's going to recycle this Synexian Patrol on the top, which is now about to come out as a number 2 card. When deployed, store a green resource. So the green's starting to get up there again. Okay, and then third card. When deployed, the Invasion stores a yellow resource. I'm not super worried about that, but things are starting to build. Might get a bit hairy in a few rounds if we don't control those. What's also hairy about this is the, so they can't train anything yet, but they can refresh their protocols. It refreshes all of its protocols, and it gains 1 technology token for each player in the game. So refresh, and we're about to use them again. Each player gains a technology token, so I'm going to get my 3rd technology token. And my first card that I play next round, I can't do anything with it, goes straight to the discard pile. That's kind of sucky, I hate that one. Alrighty, let's go to my turn. Alrighty, so the enemy here, they're doing, so it's at 1 range and 4 melee. They've got 5 health, or 2 armor and 3 health on the top guy as well. That's nasty. We're having some problems. Alright, let's draw some cards out. Remembering that our first card is not going to do anything that we play. Woodbox, lovely. Sugar. I like this card, just hard to pay for, isn't it? Yellow and red. But with the extra stored resources, I should be able to get this guy out. Let's draw another. Hovercraft. Gain 2 armor. I might draw more because I want to. This is nasty, isn't it? I want to pay for. I'm hoping I get a cheap card. I don't want to lose my water box because that's really good. Store a resource, then refresh a card. Let's go 1 more. Oh, it's expensive. Bummer. So I'm gonna have to use my garbage dump here. Yeah, we better stop there. Oh, this is nasty. Hopefully we roll well. Kinda. We've got a double, but we also got a neutral. Okay. Alrighty. Let's think how we're going to do this. This could be the wrong move here, but I'm going to... but I'd love to get some more resources. This cost me 2 resources. But it's only 2 melee, and it gets me recycle a card if I want to use it, or destroy a stored resource on the Invasion. No, it's probably a dumb move, but I'm doing this. So this is my first card played, but it won't do anything because of the protocol that they refreshed. So it just goes into my discard pile. I'm going to... There may be a chance I could get some damage. Gain 2 armor, maybe. Can store again, refresh, store another. Boy, I'm just thinking what to do here. I think we'll store. So let's go Oleg. Get a red screw. Screw put in there. Gonna go red. I'm not sure if that's the right call, but we're doing it. Then play water box. Get to refresh my leader and store a resource. So refresh leader, store. I'm gonna store another red. Then we're gonna destroy this to deal 1 range damage. But I know I'm not gonna be able to get this card out, I don't think, because I'm a resource short. So this is going to be garbage dumped after, unfortunately. So I'm thinking we'll destroy that. We'll deal the 1, which is going to be a discard the top card. Is the additional action for it. Discard the top card. Here. And that will make this 1 red cheaper. I'll just spend my yellow to play Jugra. Put the top card of any opponent's deck on top of the garbage dump and also gain 3 screws. Let's get in 3 screws first. I'm going to put 2 on Odin, so it's ready to come in soon. And I may as well put 1 on this one because it's getting there, even though I want artillery done. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're going to discard, put the top card of the opponent's deck onto the garbage dump. So you're going to get garbage dumped, Temek. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play his card. We've got these leftover resources. I think that's as far as I can go. And it's kind of sucky. I just got to cover their cards, I guess, but we're going to take a lot of damage here. So restore resources. So neutral does nothing. Red will give me a red resource into here. Yeah. Yeah, because I can't play cards down this phase. I was just thinking ahead there. If I did Oleg, I could have got a second one here. I would have had a red and a second one here to play for these. But I think technically I'm now out of the main phase. I can't play cards. So yeah, no, I'll stay. This will go in my garbage dump. I get 2 wilds. Let's put greys on those. So that means I'll get these 2 wilds. Because it's the actual wild symbol, I have to put on the wilds here. I should have mentioned any other time I could have put wild. Like if I had a red, I could have put a wild in here. And this one lets me gain 2 screws or recruit a card, so that's nice for the future, and it gives me a wild resource that can only be spent on a question mark wild activation. Okay, did I grab the red? Yes, I grabbed the red. Use the spare parts. We've got 2 spare parts. I can get me a recruit card or 2 more screws. Let's get 2 screws. I'm going to put 1 on the reanimator, and let's put 1 on the artillery. Okay, clean the played cards. Let's put maybe Sugar on top, because it's a good card. Even though it's expensive, it's a good card. Use this about clean played cards zone. I did that. Train cards. So now we've got Odin. And we've got Reanimator. Let's put the Odin on top. So they're both coming in to our discard pile. Beautiful. 2 more cards. We needed that. And then we end of turn. Alrighty. Now we resolve the damage, which is not good. We get range first. So it's 1 range damage, which goes straight through to our health. We then got 1, 2, 3, 4 melee. Bam. Our armor's almost out. We're in trouble here. And then we discard all these cards at 1 at a time. So gas is on top. Boy, that was not a good round for taking damage. But we did gain some cards, but wow, not good. Not good at all. We got 2 cards in our garbage dump too, which is not nice. We better get some recycling going. Alrighty, next round. Alrighty, up to round 9, so we're past halfway. Provided that we keep it at 16 rounds the event. And how I'm feeling? Well, we're 3 armor out of 16 and we're 10 health out of 14, so probably not fantastic, but we have stopped them from getting too many cards, and only 1 card has come in there, and even then it was a starter card. We got a bit lucky. Alrighty, let's keep going. So we increased the round to round 9. We deploy some invasion cards. So when deployed, each player discards the top card of their deck. That is not nice. The top card is my Crusher. Oh damn! Discard the top 2 cards of me, but that's so good. I'm gonna have to recycle that in somehow, maybe. I don't know. Next one. When deployed, the invasion gains a yellow resource. Alright, let's get that yellow resource out. 3 out of 5, that one's getting close. And the third one. When deployed, the invasion gains a blue resource. Well, that's not too bad. Well, it does 2 melee damage to Temek. Okay, there's a technology token, so they can't refresh their protocols. Protocols won't do anything. Down to my turn. Alright, so let's bring this down. So this is our round 9 set of enemies here. So we're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 melee coming through to us. We're going to do 4 damage to take out that top guy. Let's draw. We've still got a bit of cards to draw, so we should write this round. It's a bit yallock. It's going to cost us 2, does 3 melee damage. Can recycle a card, which is really good. And we do have, I mean, that only pays for a question mark card though. We can gain 2 screws. Gain a resource of your choice. Beautiful. Keep going. Green, gain an armor and a screw. Ooh, can we go one more? I reckon we might be able to go one more. One more. Yeah, that will do us. Lex. Yeah, that will do. That's 5 resources. I think we can get an extra resource out of this depending on what we roll as well. That might do us for this round. Okay, we'll do that. We'll roll our dice. I've only got 1 card left anyway. Let's roll the dice, see what we get. We've got 2 doubles, but then we also got a neutral. We've got no reroll tokens. I guess I'll take that. No blues though, which kind of sucks. Yes. Alrighty. I'll think of how we do it about this one. Let's start by doing this one. So I'm going to destroy these 2. And that means I'm going to gain, so I get a wild resource, which I mean, when it's from here, this is what's a bit confusing. When it's from here, it has to be applied to a wild activation, a wild token. Gain 2 screws or recruit a card. Let's gain 2 screws. I'll get that up to the ring. I was thinking of recruiting a card, but I've got other ways of getting cards in. That's going to pay for one of these. Maybe the gain a resource of your choice. Yeah. Play that. Gain a resource of a choice. I'm going to gain a blue. I guess that means I'll just get a screw out of nowhere. Just to remind me, I've got a, I don't know. I've got a blue. I shouldn't say that one works. I'm then going to pay for yallock. Yallock. Yeah, I could have probably got another card here actually. That's okay. Pay for it with the black and the blue that we just gained. I can recycle a card and do 3 damage. I would love to get that one, but let's get one out of that garbage dump. It has to be the one on top, doesn't it? So let's get Hovercraft back. It's not a great one, but I'll get it back. We've got plenty of resources left over. So this one gives me a black and a green. So the black can pay for this one. Store 1 resource of your choice. Let's get a red, I guess, since we almost finished it. Resource of your choice, and discard top card of any opponent's deck. Discard the top of this deck. They've also got 1 left. And then the green from that one. It's going to pay for this card. It's going to give me a melee, an armor, and a screw. I could recycle a card with that armor. I may do that, but I do need armor. I'm going to recycle a card, which means I'm going to get skirmish back to the top. Oh, do I want that card? I don't know if I want that card. Maybe we'll get Crusher to the top. We might have one in the garbage dump. I think that'd be fine. So that's the additional action. Then go and screw. So I'm going to put on R2, so that's 4 out of 8. Alrighty. That's what we've got there. So the store is also, so this gives me nothing. I get a green and a black from that one. So I get the store green and black. That can be handy because I've recycled some black cards on top. I do need some more armor as well for the green. So we've done that. Use the spare parts. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spare parts. Unfortunately, that's 1 short of what we can do for a screw. We can train any card from the starting deck. Recruit a card, put a screw in it. Yeah, I might do that. I might do 1 of each here. I might do... I need 5 to do another technology card, so I'm still getting short of that. Let's do a recruiter card and then to get 2 screws. So recruiter card, Okay, so we look at 3. And over here, Tarikia. So what she do? She costs 1. Adds a range damage. Is that it? Oh, but it's a wild range. What's this guy? Just a plain 2 melee for a wild. Let's go opportunity. Recruit 2 cards, then you may choose a card in your training center and play it without paying its activation cost. If you do, destroy the chosen card at the end of your turn. Not a big fan of any of those. I don't know. I guess the range one. I'll go to Tarika. If we're going for a habit of range, the other 2 get destroyed. I wasn't a fan of either of those. I might just leave that one sitting there for a bit. Let's use spare cards. Clean the play card. Oh, we didn't deal damage. Sorry, I skipped a step. Deal damage. So we've got. What are we going to do here? So we've got to do. We're not doing any range damage at all. Eek. So we're doing an armor buster. So it does 1 armor, 3 melee from those 2. We take out the top card, and then we can't do anything else. Oh boy, we're not really getting enough damage out there, are we? I didn't use this yet either. Maybe that's for next round. Yeah, so these will go to my discard pile. What I want on top is probably the spare parts card. Yeah, so I probably could have played one more card there, but it's okay. And then we train your cards, nothing can be trained. So then we get dealt damage. There's no range damage. We do get dealt 3 melee damage, so we're down to 0 armor. Nasty. And then these 2 get discarded. Okay. Alrighty, next round. Okay, next round here. So we move up to round 10. 1 off from their special event. What are we going to do here? Increase lifetime with deploy cards. So 1. When deployed, they gain a green. And that's 4 out of 7. They're getting up there with some of these. Now I need to do this. So when the invasion doesn't have a card in its deck, to finish off an effect, for each play in the game, the invasion takes the top card from its garbage dump, puts it on top of the discard pile, and it destroys one of its. Then it destroys one of its stored resources of the player's choice for each card remaining in the garbage dump. Well, there's nothing left, unfortunately. Each player destroys one of their technology tokens, so I'm going to lose one of my technology tokens, which is great. Refreshes all the cards in their base. I probably should have done Oleg. Yeah, let's just say I did Oleg before. I'm going to gain myself another black resource. Let's just pretend I did that. So refresh all cards in their base. So I've done that. Increase or decrease the duration of any event by 1. Let's increase. What do we decrease the whole thing? Maybe keep increasing this. We'll keep going down that path, aren't we? But we are bleeding healthy. We need to keep repairing ourselves. The invasion shuffles all the cards from the garbage discard pile together to create a new deck, and then destroys the top card. Shuffly, 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 shuffly. Destroy is Domi gets destroyed. Okay, put that one there. All right. And then we keep deploying. So we've got Temek. When deployed, the invasion gains a blue. So there, 1, 3 out of 5 over there. Then one more. When deployed, the invasion gains a yellow. So they're at 4 out of 5 here. They've almost got that yellow one out. Ooh, things are about to pop here, really. Okay, they still got a technology token. They can't train anything. They've got 2 out of 5, 4 out of 7, 2 out of 7, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. They're very close. Not refreshing, can't activate any protocols, so it's back to my turn. It's harder to defeat these enemies, isn't it? Sentai guy's got 3, 4, 5. Now they're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to me, 1 including ranged. Alright. I've got a few cards here, but I might have to reshuffle here. Which is not going to be good, but I've got these things refreshed, got a couple of stored resources, so let's see how we go. Let's draw. So we've got our Crusher card. Discard top 2 cards of any opponent's deck. That's really good. 2 black, does 4 melee damage. Keep drawing. Gain 2 armor, we definitely need that. Does that 4 resources? We'll go again. Gain a reroll and a screw for yellow. I wouldn't mind going again. Because I'm not doing much damage. I think I could pay for a few things here too. So I'm going to have to do the reshuffle, unfortunately. What's it say? For each technology card in your base, take the top card from your garbage dump and put it on the top of your discard pile. So I've got 1 technology card, so that goes on top. Then lose 1 health for each remaining. There's nothing, that's good. There's only 1 left. Destroy a technology token of the invasion, so they're going to activate their protocols next turn. Shuffle the cards to form and sacrifice 1. That's right, we've got to draw 3 and sacrifice 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Maybe vision has to go here. I think so. No, it's a good recruit and recycle card opportunity. I think vision's getting sacrificed, unfortunately. And these 2 go back on top in any order. So what do I want to draw next? Probably the gain of resource of my choice. Let's put that on top. That gets destroyed. Okay, let's keep, maybe we draw another one. Because this is a resource of my choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources. 2 of these can pay for themselves, that's 4. But they're wilds. I reckon we draw more. Let me get to Brenus. A lot of cards drawn, but I want to do some serious damage here if I can. Yeah, and let's roll a dice. Hopefully, no neutrals. We got a neutral. Got a neutral. Okay. Let's have a think. So what I might do first here is destroy these 2 reds. I'm thinking I can deal 1 damage now. This time, I'm deciding I'm going to do the damage, not do the additional action of discarding a deck card from the deck. So I'm going to remind me I'm going to spend a range damage on that guy. That gives me a red resource. I'm going to spend on this, which gives me a resource of my choice, which is going to be a yellow. I'm just going to remind myself here. Just put it there. Got a yellow. Then I'm going to spend that yellow to get. This is a big gamble here. Gain a reroll token and a screw. So I'm going to get my reroll token, screw, which is going to go on artillery. 3, 4, 5 on that. I'm going to spend the reroll token straight away on the neutral. Oh, you wouldn't believe it, I reroll the neutral again. 1 in 6 chance of happening again. Oh man, I think that's might have screwed me now. I mean, I could do the radar station as a reroll, just don't get any resources from it. Yeah, I could. Jeez. I think maybe I do. Store raw resources on 1 die, so storing nothing. Gonna get to re-roll it. Got a black. Okay. Let's destroy this. Actually, no, we'll just spend it to... Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Destroy this. Black resource, and then spend 1 black resource to play Crusher. Discard the top 2 cards of any opponent's deck. And also, when I do this, I get to deal a melee damage. I mean, I guess I don't know what the order is here where you have to do it straight away or not, but I'm just going to remind myself I've got a melee damage there. I was going to go down and screw, but I thought not to. And I'm going to discard 3 cards from the deck here. So 1 for the stored resource, and the other 2 from Crusher. I'm thinking we get Oleg, store a resource. I'm going to store a green. Let's destroy that to gain 2 armor. just going to gain that 2 armor. Gives me green, spend it black. I should have already spent a black actually, so I spent 2 black. To play this guy out, put the top card of your deck on top of your garbage dump, gain 2 armor and 1 health. That goes a garbage dump, 2 armor and 1 health. Yeah, I'll just gain the health. I'll gain 1 of the armor, and then the other armor I'm going to recycle a card. I'm assuming that's what I can do because I've gained it. So I'm going to recycle this card back on top. Okay, and then the 2 red resources are going to pay for hovercraft. Gain 2 armor. Beautiful. Alrighty. That was a good round. No resources left to store. Deal damage. So I've got 2 range here. So I'm going to do my range first here. 2 range plus a 3rd range I've already applied. Whoop. Let's bring this down a bit so you can see it. Let's maneuver that way. Okay. So 2 extra range damage will defeat the top card. I've still got this melee damage here that I'll apply at some point. I assume that's how it works. I think you can apply it whenever you need to. Now I need to do 3 more damage on this guy. So I've got 2 melee. I've got 2, 6, 7 melee damage plus 1 is 8 melee damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. I even had 3 melee damage left over. That means I'm going to get 3 screws. Beautiful. 3 screws. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on artillery, so I can get that in my hand as quick as I can. I think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure the leftover carryover stuff here had 5, 6, 7, 8 melee. I'm pretty sure that all goes on to extra screws. Just the additional action I can gain a screw with a melee. What else happens here? We got use spare parts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spare parts. Let's get a technology, I think. Research a technology. When you do that, discover new technology. Draw the top 3 cards from the technology deck. Choose 1 and place it in your base in the refresh state. The other 2 are destroyed. So shuffle the technology deck. 1, 2, 3. So what we got? Deal the range damage. Look at the top 3 cards of any opponent's deck. Choose 1 and place it on top of the garbage dump and shuffle the rest of the deck. That could be handy. Refresh another card in your base. So if I like storing more resources. Dealing 1. So this Arbor 2 is probably better than dealing 1 because as the additional action you can spend it on discarding the top card anyway. So it's either these 2. Refresh another card in your base. Could be handy to get more resources. I think we get orbital artillery. The other 2 get destroyed. Okay. Can even do that now. Let's look at it now. Look at the top 3 cards of any opponent's deck. Choose 1 and place on top of their garbage dump. Let's shuffle the rest of the deck. So let's grab 1, 2, and 3. Which ones we don't like out of here? So I get to recycle card with this one. This one adds extra armor. Okay. This one's 2 health. 2 men. We'll deploy to blue. Blue's not super bad. Yellow is not good. But if I put that there, it's going to recycle back on anyway with this card. So yeah, there's not much going on with this, is there? Which one do I not want? Probably the 2 armor gas guy. Let's put in there. Oh no, it gets shuffled, doesn't it? It gets shuffled. I don't want to get another yellow. Run the risk here, put that on the garbage dump, we shuffle the rest in. Although it's probably going to get recycled anyway. Okay. Actually, yeah, I've changed my mind. Oops, this is a bit of a cheat. I'm going to put gas on there. I don't want any more cards getting recycled in. Okay. Back to me. These go into the discard pile. What do I want on top here? Probably the spare parts again. Followed by probably Crusher. And then we train any cards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on artillery. Artillery comes in to our discard pile. So it's a free ranged hit, which is great. We train cards. Okay, and then they deal damage to us. They've got nothing left. Well, except for the 1 melee only, sorry, because we're on easy, aren't we? So, deal 1 damage to us. It's 4 armor. Okay. And you're round. We're up to round 11. Round 11, increase deploy invasion cards. So, you go 1. So they get a blue resource. So this guy's 4 out of 5. 2. They gain a black resource. Okay, so it's 3 out of 5. We've done pretty well keeping most of these out of the bay, actually. And number 4, it is the yellow one. So get the yellow resource as well. Okay, so yellow is trained up. Train invasion cards. Train cards from the training zones if there are enough stored resources. So I'm just double checking here what happens when the invasion trains. It's placed on top of the discard pile. So this one's got 5, this one's got 3, 4, 2, 5, yes? 4, no. So we're going to get Daryl. I thought I said Daryl. When deployed, each player destroys one of their stored resources. Ooh. That's not nice. That's going into his discard pile. And I assume all these get spent on it. I do wonder if it does go overboard. I assume it carries over. I'm not sure. After a card in this training zone is trained, the invasion executes the following action. Each player takes the top card of their deck and puts it on a garbage dump. So I'm going to get Reanimator into my garbage dump. After a card on this training zone is trained, the invasion executes. Okay, do they put anything new there? I don't know. Don't know, I wonder when they get a new card here, or does it not happen? Surely they do. Let's have a check. We're checking. So 2 things. 1, if I did have excess stored resources, they'd all get destroyed. And 2, I do train, even though I probably should say that here, but I do recruit a new card for them. So they get a Boog. That's good news. That's another starter card. Alrighty. But then it's quick for them to put in the deck, which is not good either. Alrighty, so they've deployed all the cards. They don't have a technology token. So they refresh these protocols again. 1 and 2. And they use them. So each player gains a technology token. So I get 1 back. Maybe I should have put some screws on my dice, but all. And this is the one where, yeah, the first card I play pretty much just goes straight into my discard pile for the next round. Nasty. Alrighty, so at the moment this is doing 1, 3, 5, 6 melee damage. And it's got 2 health and 2 armor. Alright, so let's draw up. We've got nothing to help us here though on the base at the moment. Let's draw up. So we've got Demolisher. Gives us an armor and a health. Okay. Go again. A water box. Definitely go again. Juggera. So that's 4 resources already needed. Do we have any stored stuff? No, we don't. And the first card we play does nothing. Do I run the risk of gaining 1 more card? I think I do. Knowing that one of them's not going to do anything. And we're not going to destroy anything at this stage either. Let's draw 1 more card. Flex. Okay, maybe we stop there. That at least can kill one card. It's not great. Yeah, not great at all. Eek. Alright, I think that's what we can do. So we're not in a great position here at the moment. Alright. Oh, ooh. Unless we've got 4 resources. Not necessarily the colours we need though. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So the first card to play doesn't do anything. I'd probably rather play Lex. This will stop me from doing 2 resources though. Because I can get... Yeah, so I'm going to play that, but that's not going to do anything. Yeah, I'm not going to... There's something here I'm not going to be able to play. Well, do I need to store resources? Because I don't think I've got... I can play this with red and... Gain a health. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything. This is a horrible round. I'm going to get axed here. Do I want to minimize that axing, or do I want to get rid of... Yeah, maybe... We can get 2 spare parts. I'm just thinking here, I can't get both of these out. No chance. Oh well. If we get those 2... No, I can't defeat any enemy. Okay, bugger. Alrighty, we're going to have to go with playing Lex, I think, with a blue. Just move this out of the side here. So he stores a resource of your choice and discard the top card of any enemy deck. So store a resource. Probably a black one. Although a recycler might be handy. Ooh, or armor. Yeah, we'll go black. Destroy the top card of the opponent's deck. But before I do that, I'm going to do that again too. I'm going to play Juggler. So red and these 2 is yellow. Put the top card of the opponent's deck. So that's 2 cards in the garbage. 1 in the discard pile. And 1 then goes in the garbage dump. I'm going to get 3 screws. Which I'm going to place on a puka. Okay. So 1 gets discarded here. The next one's going to go to the garbage dump, but we can't. So what happens here? So it puts the garbage dump back in top, destroys resources based on, but there's no other ones in the garbage dump. Each player destroys a technology token. So I'm back down to 2 technology tokens. Increase the duration of 1, so I'm going to put that one up to 13. The invasion shuffles the cards and destroys 1 from its deck. It's really going to thin out its deck here. Destroy 1. So patrol goes. Okay. Yep, and then 1 goes to the garbage dump from Juggler. Cool. Alright, so then we've done that. We store resources. Well, this goes to the garbage dump. So we're going to get a green and a wild. Green and a wild. So wild, green. Go in the green. That goes to my garbage dump, unfortunately. We then deal damage. We've got 1 armor buster, 1 range damage, does nothing. So what I'm going to do with that, this armor buster can't be used for any additional play actions, but this one can, which is discard the top card of the invasion deck. So I'm going to discard the top card, which is gas. Good, because that's a recycler. Yeah, bugger, but we're going to get hit for a lot here. We've got 2 spare parts. We can recruit a card and put a screw on it. I think we would do that. Or I could get 2 screws to get a puka in my deck. Maybe not yet. This card is put into your garbage dump, gain a reroll. Interesting. So red and a black. Gain 2 armor, recycle 2 cards. I'll probably need something like that actually. Gain 2 health. I reckon we get Felicia. And it gets a screw on it. Right, these two get destroyed. Since we lost a vision, which was a recycling sort of card. Alright, these get cleaned out. I want, I'll leave Jugger on top. We train any cards, I think can be trained yet. And then we end our turn, we take our damage. No range damage, but we take 1, 3, 5, 6 damage overall. So that's 4 down. -2 gets us down to 9. This is not looking good. Alrighty. Signal interference is ruining me for it, so each time I play that first card, it's really bad, nasty protocol, that one. We've got to round 12. We've got 4 more rounds plus this one, so 5 rounds. So we deploy 3, 1, get a blue resource. So they're going to train up Kugi in a moment. 2, get a green resource. A couple of things are coming training up now. This one's going to be trained up. And 3, Invasion recycles one card. I hate that card, that gas card. This one goes on top. Goes garbage dump first. Fire. Train them up. So 3 out of 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, it's got 7. Good. So that's still going. This one's no, but this one's now got 5. So we destroy all these. What's it called? Kugi. When deployed, each player loses 2 armor. Eek. That's nasty as. That goes to their discard pile. After this card in this zone is trained, the invasion executes the following. Each player destroys one of their store resources and an armor. Well, if you can't destroy an armor, I assume... that's a good frequently asked question, actually. Does that mean I lose a health? A stored resource, I'll get rid of my green. I've got a green one saved up. Just destroys one of their stored resources and 1 armor. I'll have a check about that. So where do you lose armor? When armor is lost, reduce your armor value by the amount of lost armor. If there is no armor left to reduce, the rest of the effect is ignored. Okay. Yeah, so I don't lose any more. I don't lose any health from that, I think. It's only when it's melee damage that goes through. Okay, and they get a new card up. Hans. No abilities, but just a nasty set of stats. Got 3 health. Okay. Alrighty. Down to... So they can't... They got... they should have one. Because I activated just last time. They can't use their protocols. Alrighty, my turn. I have a feeling I didn't refresh my stuff here. I have a feeling there's something, but let's just keep playing. I'll give myself a little handicap there. I have a feeling I've done something wrong there. He's been down for a while. Anyway, let's just keep playing. A bit more hard mode. So I've got 3 armor, 2 health. I'm gonna get through here. They're doing 1 ranged and 2, 4, 5 damage. Getting to the stage where I'm almost gonna die. Draw a card. Green, gain an armor and a screw. Excellent. Draw again. Jalek gets me to recycle a card. Okay, let's draw again. Okay, this is a freebie. The first time I execute any story resource action in turn, this card has been played, gain a health, and it gets me an armor at the end instead of spare parts. Cool, let's draw again. A black. So that's 4 resources. That's 2, 5, 6 damage. 3, 4, 5, that will get rid of gas. That's as good as it might get. If I draw again, I have a feeling it's going to be bad news. Unless I roll one of the doubles and no neutrals. Storing resources. I've got no way of storing resources with these. Let's draw one more. Okay, it's a range damage, which doesn't really help. Although it will help for the next enemy. Next enemy, Yeah, well. Okay, we'll stop there. We'll see how this goes. We roll a dice, hoping for a double. No, we didn't. Got 4. So it might be in a bit of trouble here. So maybe 3, 4. I guess we play Odin straight away. It's free to play. First time I execute any stored resource action, I gain health. But I don't have any restore resource stuff, which is kind of sucky. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much damage here at all. Uh-oh. 3. If I get those 2 out, I can defeat 1. Get this one out. I think we play this. I need health. So that costs me a green. I get 1 armor. I get a screw, which I'm going to put on a puka. Dear. I'm not going to be able to store any resource. Although, I guess I store resources at the end of the next phase, so I still get a health if something's left over, which is if something goes to the garbage dump. I assume that's how that works. It says store resource action. Any stored resource action, yeah. I think it'll be fine. I do want to play Yalak. Gets me to recycle a card to get one out of the garbage dump. Or recycle one from a hand back in. But I'd probably rather the one in the garbage dump. Yalak will cost me a lot. All of that. So that green, hang on. That green's already been played. So yellow's going to cost me everything. These two is a black, a blue. Get yellow out there. Recycle a card. I could recycle a card from a hand, but that puts only 1 in there instead of. Oh, so I'll recycle Demolisher. I think it's a better card. And then these two. Unfortunately, storing resources wise, these two will go into my garbage dump. Let's put Erasure on top. I get a black and a red. Okay. Yeah. So we deal damage. I've got 4 damage here, which does nothing. So that I can use them for as additional player actions. I can gain 4 screws. Let's put it on Felicia. 2, 3, 4. That one can be trained up. So I've done like no damage whatsoever. Spare parts time. So I assume this comes in out during spare parts. Someone will probably tell me if I'm wrong there. So gain an armor. Or I can recycle a card. Ooh. Because I can spend that as a recycle card. Yeah, let's do that. I'll recycle Erasure back on top. It's got too many in my garbage dump. I have to do that, I think. And then I've got 3 spare parts. Unfortunately, I need 4. I'm always 1 short of doing the extra screw in my dice. So I can gain. So I've got 3. Let's recruit a card. Put 2. So gain 2 armor. That's kind of nice. Discard the top 2 cards of any opponent's deck. That's also kind of nice. And 3 armor diffusing. That's nice. If not played, you may reveal this card and keep it in your hand for next turn. They're all pretty good cards. They're all giving me 1 spare part. 5, 6, and 6. If not play, you reveal this card and keep it in your hand. So I guess in competitive you have to reveal it, but in cooperative it doesn't matter. Just keep it in your hand. So it never goes in the garbage dump. Does 2 range. That is really nice. Maybe we do keep focus. Training center. These 2 get destroyed. Corrosion was nice too. Yes. Many nice cards in this. Clean them up. Train any cards. We've got Puka. And then Felicia. So our deck's getting quite big, which is good in a way, so we don't deck out as often. Okay. Beautiful. Then we get dealt a ton of damage here though, unfortunately. We've got 1 range damage to go through. He does 8 there. We've got 1, 2, 4, 5 melee, 1 plus 4. We're down to 4 health. I don't know if we're going to make it. Okay. Alrighty. Round 13. I believe this goes off at the end actually. Because it says at the end of the event. When this event ends. So they train it at the end of the event, I think. Okay, so I remember that at the end. Which I'm not sure if that means at the end of this round, I don't know. Anyway, let's just go. So, deploy. When deployed, each player discards the top card of their deck. Okay, so I have to discard Erasure. Next one. When deployed, each player destroys one of their stored resources. Nasty. Yeah, I'll destroy my red resource. Another one. When deployed, the invasion stores a red resource. At least nothing new came out. They've got a technology token they can't refresh. They can't use their protocols. Over to me. We're in a bit of hurt here. So... 3 range damage coming my way, so I've got to deal with these things now. Draw a card. So we've got Demolisher. I want to draw another one, so what we do here, put this on top of our discard pile, then lose 1 health for each remaining card in the go shop. So I'll lose 1 health down to 3. Destroy technology of the invasion. They lose their technology token. Shuffle all cards from your garbage dump, discard pile, and we've got to sacrifice 1. Shuffle, 1, 2, 3. That hovercraft one. That one's always been a pain. It does 1 range damage there. That one gets me a reroll. I don't want to lose that, and I don't want to lose that. Maybe I'll lose the hovercraft. That's always been a pain in my bum. So on hovercraft. And these go back on top in any order. Gain 2 and recycle 2. Gain a reroll. That's always handy here. Put them just back like that. We keep drawing. 1. I'm going to draw the next one. So that's 4 resources. I'm only doing 3 damage. Yikes. I think I need more than that. Let's get another crush. That's what we need. I think that's enough now. I don't think we can pay anything else. Okay, then roll the dice. Hey, we finally got a double. Alrighty, let's deal with this one. So what I'm going to do here, didn't get any yellows. Gain 2 to recycle. Alright, let's do Crusher. Crusher is, I'll destroy these 2. Destroy those 2. Destroy those 2. That's going to give me an extra melee. So remember that, so I'll put a black resource over here in this card to remind me. And discard the top card of any opponent's deck. This card also just, plus the black die, by the way. It also discards 2 cards, so that's 3 cards discarded. Alright, 1, I've got to do 2 more. So what we're going to do here, for each player in the invasion takes the top card from its garbage dump, puts it, there's no garbage dump, so that's okay. Each player destroys one of their technology tokens, so I'm down to 1 technology token, that's brilliant. Increase or decrease the duration of event by 1. I reckon we might decrease, I'm assuming I can do the end game by 1. There's nothing saying I can't, I don't think. Since I've already popped this one off as well. The invasion shuffles all the card. Oh, this is what I've done. Beginning of the refreshes all cards in their base. So now I've got these 2 cards and this card back as well. Excellent. So they shuffle all the cards together and they destroy the top card. And this card is they destroyed Temek. Okay. Alright. Okay, back to me. Do I have to recycle 2? I guess if I can't recycle any, I can just recycle as many as I can. I guess we'll play this one. So it's a green, let's go green and black. So a gain in armor, which I'm definitely going to gain, and a gain in health, which I'm going to gain, yes. So I need it. I've got a blue and a red left. Yeah, let's do red on this. Actually, what do I want to store? Yeah, let's do red on this one. Gain 2 more armor back, so I'm on 3 armor. Recycle 2 cards. I'm going to recycle this one. I can't recycle again. I assume you can only recycle to the maximum that you can. So that's only 6 damage. This was going to be an extra 7. Ooh, that's what we can do. We store resources, so the blue gets stored. Yeah, definitely got a garbage dump. Ooh, maybe use it. Probably Kugi. Let's garbage dump Kugi. I hate gas because it recycles the cards all the time. I could do orbital artillery, which I'll do in a moment. See how we go. Let's reshuffle again. Yeah, let's do that now, actually. Alright, we deal damage. We've got 6 melee damage here. So this guy is 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've already got one there, so 2 more. Destroys Boog. 2 more, so I've got 4 melee to go. 1, 2, 3 will destroy Daryl. And I'm just 1 short of destroying Lilu. I don't think I've got any way of doing much about that. My dice already spent, so I'm pretty sure I can't use Radar Station now. So I'm going to get hit for 2 melee, so I go down to 1 armor. This gets discarded. But didn't do too bad there. The order I want to discard these, probably do want Felicia on top. And followed by Crusher. Okay. Now, I believe it's the end of the round now. This event pops off. And what happens again, it just... when this event, for each player, train the top card of the invasion supply deck. So they just train it straight into there. Discard pile, they get Greg. He's just a straight 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, probably rather that than some of the text things that happen. Okay, and then we move on to round 14. We've got 2 rounds to survive. I think we can do this. Deploy. I have to shuffle my deck too, so they're going to do their protocol this round as well. Nasty. So what happens? When deployed, the invasion recycles a card. Damn it. Damn it. So this Kugi's going on top and then gets deployed. When deployed, each player loses 2 armor. I'm back. So I've lost armor, I'm going back to 0 armor. And then one more. When deployed, the invasion gains a black resource. Okay. Training, got 4 out of 5, 5 out of 7, 3 out of 7, nothing. Okay, we're good there. They don't have a technology token, so they gain 1. And they refresh theirs. They use them. So I gain a technology token. And my first card goes to my discard pile. I have to pay for it and it goes to discard pile. All right, 2 rounds to go. Can we make it? Let's draw. Okay, keep drawing. Ooh, we'll keep drawing. Keep drawing. Oh, wow. Keep drawing. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing a range damage, a lot of melee damage. Well, these guys got that one's going to got 1. So 1 range is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can get a resource of my choice here. Maybe I'll stop there. I can also store roll resources. Yes. Alrighty, so got a roll of resources. Okay, so one of the actual colours besides black. Alrighty. Okay, well, obviously we're going to play artillery either way in some form. Play a ranged attack. Do we attack or do we discard? I got 1 ranged attack. Oof. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Getting a reroll. What are they doing to me? 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, which would kill me. I'll do something here. Yeesh. Didn't realise I didn't have a ranged. And I got no way of getting stored resources here. I need a black, don't I? Got a green and yellow. Let's turn that red. So I'm going to spend the red. Also, I can. Ooh, hang on. Let's use this store reroll resources and reroll it. I'm going to store the red. This is a way of getting another range attack. Actually, let's take back what I just did for a moment. Let's say I played this first. So I paid the yellow for this one. This doesn't happen because I played the signal interference protocol, so I can't use it. Nasty. Oh dear. Makes me in a bit of trouble here. Anyway, and then I stored the red for this one. I get to re-roll it. Oh, I got a neutral. You're kidding. Absolutely kidding me. That has just absolutely ruined me. So maybe command doesn't get played. Gain a resource. But still get black. Still a resource of your choice here. I'm going to get a red. Actually, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good here, because then I could destroy these 2. Deal 1 range. I'm just going to put the range over here. I'm definitely going to be taking that out, because otherwise I won't survive. I then can pay for this for free. Gain a resource of your choice. I'm going to gain a black, because then I can play black and blue for this card. I get to recycle a card. Guess I put Scout on top. Then I got green to pay for command, gives me an armor and a screw. So 1 armor, gain a screw. Let's start working on focus. I'm not sure if I'm going to get done in time, but let's see what we can do. Oh boy. So store resources, nothing left to store. There's only the neutral die that I didn't use. We used all our cards, which is great. Deal damage, so 1 range. Oops, fix this up properly. So I need 2 range, so I've got a range here from artillery, which will take out Couture. I need to do that. Oh wow. This one's got 4 health. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4. I think we can just get there. So 4 melee damage. We'll take that one out. Okay. And then we're going to take 2 melee after that. That's not too bad then. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Spare parts, got 1, 2, 3, 4 spare parts. I was thinking about recruiting this, but I think upgrading a die would be great. I've only got 2 technology tokens, we've got 4 spare parts. So I can replace the screw and gain technology tokens. Let's put a technology token there. I'm going to gain a screw. Let's gain a yellow or red, maybe a red. This one got doubles on it yet? No, it doesn't. So put an extra red on the neutral side just to get rid of a neutral. Or do I want doubles? I want doubles based on my radar station. Let's go red and yellow here. So unscrew that one. Screw this one in. Beautiful. We'll spin that one. Okay. Alrighty, and then these get discarded. We'll leave spare parts on top. Artillery next. Alright, and then they deal damage to me in no range damage, but they do 2 melee, so 1 to armor, 1 to health. We're down to 3 health again. We're just hanging in there. Just. Alrighty, let's go to the last round. Alrighty, last round. We just got to survive until the end of this. I assume it's the end of the round. I'm not sure what it means by end of event. I assume it means the end of the round number. And we win the scenario if we can survive. That's the aim of this defend the base scenario. Alrighty, so we're in the last round. Deploy the invasion cards. So 1, get a yellow resource. Okay. And number 2, get a green resource. Ooh, that's a couple of damage there too. That's not nice. Green resource. What's that? 6 out of 7. Hope it's not on the green. And deploy invasion stores or yellow resource. Alright. That's good. So they weren't trying up anything in this last round. Beautiful. Worked out pretty well. They do have a technology token. Nothing gets trained. This one's 6 out of 7. This one's 4 out of 5. Very close. Protocols don't get refreshed, so I don't get to use them in the last round. Fantastic. Alrighty. So we just got to survive this last round here, and we're in. So the way it stands, they're doing 1 range damage plus 4 melee, so 5 damage overall. That's enough to destroy me. So I'll have to defeat a couple of these enemies at least. And there's even a survival check. It says what you do when you complete a scenario, which is basically looking at your garbage dump, and you take health damage depending how much is in your garbage dump. So I've got to be careful with that. This last round, I don't have any of my abilities here, so see how we go. So we've got Scout. Got Erasure. That's nasty too. It's going to be 5 health to defeat the Sentinel. So either I get some... Yeah, I've got to get some either a lot of health and damage or something here. That's 2 damage. 3, 4. It's not going to be good enough. 1, 3, 4, 5. Oh, jeez, this is not good. We'll go 1 more. Okay, water box. That lets me store some resources. That's good. So let's go 1 more. Store some resource and top cover. Yeah. So armor breaking. So we're not going to do too much damage. What's that going to be? That's 2, 4. If I can get them all out. 2, 4, 5, 6 damage. What do I need to do here? 1, 2. I'm going to do 5 there. And 3 more. I need to do 8 damage. Eek. I have to draw another. There's not much damage happening here, is there? Ah, beautiful. Juggler. That might do. I'm starting to run out of cards. Starting to run out of, like, I've got no chance of getting all these resources. Alright, let's roll. If I get a doubles. Hey, you got a double. Beautiful. We'll work with that somehow. So we can do 3 ranged here if I'm careful about it. So let's store a resource of your choice and refresh my leader. I'm going to store a red. Yep. Refresh the leader. Then use the leader to store a red. Okay. Good. Just thinking what will be next here. I may need to re-roll to try and get reds. I don't need that blue. Is there any other reds in that blue? There's a red there. There's 2 reds in this one. Ooh. There's a 3rd chance of getting a red. Does 1 damage only. I need to figure out this one. This is tough. So I'm going to have to spend this and destroy these 2. So I get to deal 1 ranged. I get a red discount. I spent that one, get Jugger out. Put the top card of the opponent's deck on top of the garbage dump and gain 3 screws. We'll gain 3 screws. We'll put it on focus. 1, 2, 3. Scaling top card of the deck. I think I can get this done. Black goes there. Play skirmish, which would be 2 melee. Put the blue to pay for this guy. Store 1 resource of your choice. I'm going to say blue. And then discard the top card of any opponent's deck. Discard their deck. Yeah. Destroy this to recycle 2 cards. Let's recycle. We'll do 3. I hope I've got this right here. I think so. So get the recycle 2 cards. I'm going to recycle these 2 on top. That was from that, and destroy 1 stored resource of any opponent. I'll just destroy their green. I mean, it's not going to do anything, but I'll destroy the green. And then these 2 resources will pay for erasure for a ranged attack. Okay. Now we're up to storing resources. So we used everything. Dealing damage. We didn't get anything with the garbage dump, which is great. Deal damage. So already done 1 range. I'm going to do 2 more ranged to take out Centaur. There's 3 health there. Beautiful. And then we need 3 more damage there, which will be skirmish plus a Vlex. So Vlex will take out 1 of the armor. 2 more damage will take out a Snaxian patrol. Okay, we're just going to get there, but let's get him our tooth here. I'm very tired. This is only on easy. I think that's it. Then we do spare parts. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 spare parts. We could train any starting card. Recruiter cards, probably a late recruiter card. I can gain. So I said I have 4 spare parts. So I'm just going to put 4 on focus. I mean, 2 goes there. 2 goes there. So we can train focus just in time. These go to the discard pile. Put a box on top. Alrighty, and then training cards. Focus is now trained. Beautiful. Glad we grabbed that at the very last round. Okay, goes in that discard pile. And then we're going to cop this. There's no range, there's 2 melee damage. Which will do 2 damage. We've got 1 health left. Now, this gets discarded. This is the end of the last round. That's awesome. So what we do here, so it says here, survive until the end of the last event ends. So that was the end of our round. Continues to scenario number 2. But first, we have to do a survival check. So anytime you do a scenario, you get a survival check. To perform a survival check, the player removes a card from the top of their garbage dump. I don't have any. For each technology card in their base, the player then loses 1 health for each card that remains. Oh, so I think it would have been sweet if I didn't recycle those 2 cards, but there's nothing with garbage dump. I'm not going to take any damage, which is excellent. So yay, I got through on easy, just. Just as a note, what happens when you go through to the next phase. So we keep some things, just so you know for the future, but I'll stop my video after this. If no players reduced to 0, unless the players win the scenario. Players win the scenario, they keep everything in the game. This includes the playing cards, the deck, discard pile, garbage dump, their upgraded dice, their cards, and their base. So we keep everything except for anything that's in their training center. The invasion keeps everything it gained as well. This includes the invasion cards in its deck, discard pile, and garbage dump, and its protocols. All right, so it's like, yeah, it is a 2-part scenario, really. Because I thought we did pretty well. I didn't really get to train much. Everything else is destroyed, and players can move on to the next scenario, prepare the next scenario by destroying everything that's not kept for the next scenario. Then shuffle all destroyed cards into the supply deck. Each player resets their armor and health values, refreshes the cards in their base, populates a training set with 4 new cards. Creates a new deck. The invasion creates a new deck from all of its invasion cards. It's kept and refreshes all of its protocols. Follow instructions on the new scenario card to set up the invasion. And just so you know, I've got it here somewhere for this next thing I do. Scenario 2 is counterattack. During train invasion cards phase, if any train has 3 or more stories on it, destroy them and execute the effect of the corresponding training zone. Alright, so the training zone gets to do more damage to me. The invasion is unable to deploy a card. Must win condition. So it tells you to set up here. So you've got to destroy their deck. So the aim is to destroy the deck so they can't deploy anything. When this event ends, end of scenario, so you've got 16 rounds. When this event ends, the invasion destroys a card from the top of the invasion deck for each player in the game. In this scenario, play it again from the beginning. So you've got 16 rounds to do it, gotcha. Otherwise it starts again. Yeah. And just so you know, I think this came with the crowdfunding stuff. There's a campaign version as well. Some campaign rules and different levels. I'm not sure how much the game changes much. I don't know. I mean, there's different stats and things like that, but I'll have to play it through and see if it actually does change the gameplay much at all. But yeah, there you have it, guys. That was Rone Invasion. Hope you've enjoyed. Please send me a comment if there's anything. I imagine I made mistakes, but send me a comment if what you liked about the game, what you'd hope to see, what you thought wasn't as good for you. Anyway, Soloists, crush your gaming thirst. Play solo.